Good evening, folks, and welcome to episode 81 of Malt Magic, the Forgotten Kingdom of Nialin. I've got to get my head in the game now, having had a very long day of travelling, because I got to visit my office today for work, which is almost feels like a new thing, even though we've been doing it for obviously years, but a couple of years off. Anyway, let's talk about all things D&D. So there's a few announcements tonight. We'll get through the usual thank yous first. So a huge thank you to Owlbear Radio, to Incarnate, and Dungeon Alchemist for all things virtual tabletop and mapping. Massive shout out to D&D Beyond for everything D&D, whether it's sourcebook lookups or encounter builders or combat tracking, of course, character sheet tracking in general. That is amazing and is the standout tool, of course it is. Massive shout out to Hero Forge for all the token and character creation capabilities. And of course then a massive shout out and thank you to Kassoon and 5e Magic Shop for their extra little DM tools that I use. Catch them out, or you can check them out on Patreon. Everything coming up on the bottom there we go. Of course our stream would be much less without our affiliation with Battle Bards, which means we can offer you a nice cheeky discount if you go and use the code you can see or just saw flash on screen, which was Battle Bards. So Malt Magic, as you register, that will get you a cheeky discount when you register. I'm literally rambling at this point, getting my head in gear. But there we go. You can see along the bottom of the banner there as well our links to social media, so please go check out our Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and of course you're already here on Twitch. If you're watching live, you will probably be watching on YouTube if you're watching this on YouTube, so hello to you all. So yeah, go check us out on social media. We'll post all our updates out there and funny reels. I saw one go out today, which was rather amusing. Well done, Mr. Social Master. Made me chuckle while I was at work today. And then, of course, if you cannot view us for whatever reason, you can't check us out on Twitch and you can't quite get to YouTube at the time, you can always go check out the podcast and listen to us on your podcast platform of choice. And if you can, while you're there, leave us a rating. We would be eternally grateful. And thank you from the bottom of our hearts for all of that. Every little helps. If you can help us get the word out, we can start to do more things on stream and various other giveaways, which we will be discussing over the coming weeks. Now, on the topic of stream, we as a collective group have decided that just to give us a little bit of time back and to help us with our own well-being and juggling of our daily lives, we will no longer be doing Malt Magic and more. And I know that's going to be a disappointment to some of you, but we've thought long and hard about it. We've had a big discussion, and we think it's for the best. So instead we will be incorporating our sort of chats and dissections of things during the episodes, just trying to give you that insight while we're on stream on a Monday night. But yes, going forward there will be no more Malt Magic and Mores until such time as maybe we have a very large follower base and we feel like we need to do that additional content. But I think right now the core bit is the storyline. So that's the slightly sad announcement. Now to the awesome announcement. You will hopefully see within your Twitch screen and your Twitch options that we have changed our channel points to Wrathstrike Nuggets. So a huge thank you and shout out to Stick, who has worked very hard to create that for us. We love you so much. You've been doing quite a bit for the stream from the start, and this is just another thing. So thank you so much for that. Obviously you can use those channel points for various things. Please don't abuse us too much. Like we have got to try and run a D&D game at the same time. But no, feel free to use your nuggets as you see fit. And thank you once again, Stick, for that. We'll be adding more options over time, and we will be adding more and more things to the stream as we go forward. Now I think that's it for my announcements. So as always, there will most certainly be some adult language, and highly likely to also be some adult humour. You have been warned. Let's roll. Heyo.
Hello.
How we doing?
I'm in love with the Wrathstrike nuggets. I love them.
Yeah, they are awesome. Amazing. They are awesome. They look so cool and like literally captured that vision of what Wrathstrike is. So amazing. Well done is all I can say. So yeah, it's literally like bits of Nialin are coming to life. It makes me so happy. Cool. So let's do a quick lineup as we all sip our whiskey and deal with the Monday that's just happened. So I am... start again. I, as always, am Matt Isbell, your Dungeon Master, and also playing the psychic character of Bothrid, any NPCs, and any monsters if we see any.
I'm Danny, I play Under Splinterthorn, and I just created a... Oh, I couldn't even finish a sentence. I was going to take the piss out of you for not finishing your sentence, and then I stumbled on the fucking joke. Oh!
That's about right.
That's karma, instant karma. Taking the piss.
Instant karma. There we go.
I'm Smell, and I'm playing Curate Gravetusk, the cleric, and we'll see where we end up today. The Nialin is our oyster at the moment, so...
I'm Dave. I play Dargon, the Goliath fighter warlock, who... I mean, I personally thought that last week was really, really interesting with the information we found, and I think it went straight over Dargon's head.
Yes, last week was very much a lore dump episode, and we spent a lot of time dissecting a lot of things and discussing various things. The first of which, of course, was having rested within the dome in the crypt within Mantinir. That was the city we were in, as my brain slowly connects the dots. Having dealt with the encounter with the Witch Queen, you were then, during your rest, all taken to something of a shared dream space where you spoke with the seer, the gnome seer of Telmer, who explained to you that you'd completed the prophecy and it was nonsense. It was pretty much a lie. It was aimed to help you on a journey to become stronger, because what faced you going forward was far more powerful than you were when you arrived. And she explained that there was still work to do. She explained that there were 4 areas that you had to go and basically find, 4 things you had to go and sate or destroy or claim for souls, for primordial souls. But she also explained that one was already claimed, and that she did not realise at the time what she was divulging and to whom she was divulging it to. But her final vision was of the 3 of you claiming that final piece of the prophecy, and that you would see her no more. And so you then had to try and escape from Mantinir without being discovered, having snuck in and snuck into a crypt, the crypt of all things within Mantinir, next to the Temple of the Everlight. Walked out into broad daylight, got captured by some guards, taken to the jailhouse, only to meet the captain of the guard, who turned out to be one Abaya anyway, under a different name, which I don't think we spoke about. Yes, we did speak about the different name. Of course we did. A couple of weeks ago. No, he was not called Keith. Keith. At some point, I'm going to have to create an NPC called Keith just for you, because that's always the NPC name that comes up. But yes, you were told that the captain of the guard will be coming to see you. And yeah, Abaya didn't really want to get too involved, so he was fully on board with your plan to make it look like you had or needed him to lead you out, and sort of hid him within the cell, having bent the cell bars by Kirit growing to an enormous size to fill that space in the cell. You then escaped from the keep, basically, and went to the temple with... escaped from the jail cell and went to the temple to go and speak with the aspect of the Everlight, who spoke to you, Dargon, and explained a few things. Explained that they could provide help, you being directed that you would need the help of the 12 prime deities. But that was all they could give you, was just healers and help with protecting people, or at least healing the sick, helping the wounded. And then you escaped, not forgetting, of course, that you had met one Danforth Eaglecrest again, who you had previously encountered way back when you returned to the village of Eastvale to deal with the Headless Horseman once more. Danforth wearing different armour, branded armour. Still didn't quite get to the bottom of his story, and he is now disappeared back to wherever he came from. You all decided to send Captain Swift on their way back to the Mockmaster's Keep, and then bamfed back to the temple and to home, where you'd sent message forward to Mephisto not to send guards and have you captured this time. And you all returned home, had a rest, and it was in the morning that Kirik woke early and went to the temple itself. And so, with that rather garbled and muddled recap, we begin tonight's session with Kirik heading off to the temple early hours of the morning. What would you like to do, sir?
So as I arrive at the temple, and I kind of kneel in the center area where the praying happens, I will take a moment just to acknowledge the path that took us to here, and the path that we have coming up. And I will start laying down my strips of ivory as I prepare to cast Legend Lore. And I'm going to hesitate at one point, and I'm going to then kind of collect those bits of ivory, and I'm going to bring out the mirror instead, and I'm going to attempt to cast Scrying.
Okay. What would you like to scry, or who would you like to scry, or where would you like to scry?
I would like to attempt to scry on Asmodeus.
Okay.
Mic drop.
I don't have a...
I hope this works.
Me too.
Oh, what would you do
So-
if he scried on you and all you could see was the back of your head? Just behind
Yeah,
you.
that
would class as second-hand knowledge, because you have heard of him but haven't met him, or you don't know him well.
correct.
So, I've got to pull things up.
You do.
Love it when you throw me curveballs. This is amazing.
Yeah. I did warn you, to be fair, that I was going to throw you a curveball last week.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. No, not that one. That one. Okay, so that is a wisdom saving throw.
Would I also classify as having a likeness or picture? Because I...
Yes, you've seen them. So you've sort of seen, you've heard of them, you have seen them. So that will be
They have a +3.
+5 and a -2, so +3. Yeah.
Plus whatever they have to
Wisdom
their wisdom.
saving
Yes.
What's this got to beat?
Good.
What?
What's this got to beat?
An 18. Just scrying on the god. That's how you start your day.
That's a natural 20. Told you I'd roll.
Ah, you bastards.
I'll take a picture as well.
That makes sense.
I will take a picture
Of
and send that
course
to the group. First roll of the night. There we go. Thank you to that dice.
I'm gonna attempt to, as I feel the resistance, to use my what is it called? Divine intervention to attempt to break through.
Go for it.
Oh,
Do you want to know what the total was for that, by the way? Because it's quite spectacular.
No, because otherwise we'll know the modifier.
Okay. I'm happy
Oh, I
with
wanted
that.
to know. I bet
that
if you said
was
something
an
like
8.
42, I'd have been.
It's going to be something stupid, yeah.
Yeah.
That
So,
was an 84.
go on, Kirk. An 84, so it does not work. As you try in this place to reach out to the Raven Queen to just help you get something on this creature. But no. Whatever you try
I
is
don't think it would
gone.
happen anyway.
Instead, there is this thick, arrogant laughter in your head. Just not yet. Not yet.
Not yet. I will then gather my things, and I will. Yeah, I'll just head back. I think.
Okay.
I'll probably stop by Mephisto's just to buy a bowl.
Okay.
of some
Just a
description.
simple bowl, or what are you looking for?
Yeah, I mean, if they have the bowl that I need for Hero's Feast, great. If not, we'll just have to make one.
You need a chalice for Hero's Feast, don't you?
Yeah, one of the two. I can't remember what it is.
Let's have a look. Bom, bom, bom.
Bowl worth 1,000 gold pieces.
Gem encrusted bowl with at least 1,000 gold pieces. So you visit Mephisto's and you get taken through to the back room once again, as the assistant to Mephisto, whose name escaped me at this moment in time, and I'm not going to worry about right now, sort of just starts throwing stuff all over the place. It's not fucking Keith. And she's just sort of looking around, and eventually she just pulls out a... Does that have gems? It's got fucking something on it. As dust just billows off this item, like, I think that'll do it. What? 1,000 gold pieces?
Yes, thank you very much. I'll just pay the 1,000 gold pieces and it's done.
Good stuff. There you go.
I'll head back home.
As you return to the house, you arrive at the same time as what looks like a messenger, who's just about to knock on the door. So their arm is there, just about to knock. Are you going to stop them?
Hello, friend.
Ah, hello. Your place?
Yes, with others.
Ah, then this is for you.
Thank you.
Hand you a bound bit of parchment, or a bit of parchment that is sealed with a wax seal. The symbol that you see on said seal, when I remember this as well, fuck my life, I'll tell you in just a second.
Subpoena, is it?
Now that would be amusing. The symbol that you see is of a bending river into sort of a delta, and behind that what looks like a rough spell circle of sorts. And you would recognise this as the heraldic symbol of Iferduin, or River's End.
Okay. I will thank him, and I will then go in.
Copper for the job, sir?
Yes, of course. I'll throw him a gold piece.
Hey,
Oh.
yeah, you will.
Much
Oh,
appreciated.
he's learned
Thank
from
you.
Dargon.
Most kind. If you need any messenger services, sir, I'm best at business. Right here.
No, just stay safe.
Oh, alright. Thank you very much. And he runs off on his way.
I'll go.
Cool. As you
I'll go
then
in.
step inside, Bothrid is back to his usual place, busy at the hearth, at the fireplace, sort of got a big pot over a fire, and is busy just mixing things in. You can see sort of just throwing in herbs, salt baying some stuff in, just to get that meme in there. Why not? And just creating a wonderful smell in your kitchen this morning.
And I'll be in my usual place at the table, eagerly awaiting whatever Bufford is making.
Yeah, Anders just got some
Offering
drool as
no
well.
assistance. Making Homer Simpson noises.
Morning, all.
Bufford then just turns and sort of places the morning. Where have you been?
I've been at the temple, been praying.
Oh, did she answer?
Go. Sorry?
Did she answer? You speak to Lady Queen, right?
Yes, did. She did in her own way.
So no then, Bufford.
Yes, thank you. I've got this as well, and I'll
What's-
pass the scroll to Andy.
Oh, I've got a message from Lena. And I'll rip it open. See what it says.
And in what looks like rushed but still quite neat script, the letter reads, "My dear Wardens, I cannot thank you enough for all you did for me and for my city, despite the events that occurred. A long time ago I asked you to make a blood pact. I consider that pact fulfilled. Ethereal tells us he will take us to the Fey Wild. But after that, he is not so forthcoming. Hopefully we will see you again at some point in the future. I have a city to reclaim after all. If I can be of any help at any point, you have but to ask. Micaiah says the same. Sincerely, Lena Mirafir, Grand Magister and Queen of Ephirduin." And then in brackets, River's End.
Let's keep the digging about being the Queen. And I'll actually read it in Lena's voice. Because I can do that. Why not?
I'm tempted to make you do that now. Good stuff. Doggone, where are you at this point?
I've actually just been quiet, and I have just I've been in the house. I've sort of been on the edge of the kitchen, just looking at it all. But I am smoking a cigar just on the side, not really saying much, and just being there.
Say you've got one of the windows open, just sort of courteous to your
looking out.
housemates. Cool. So Wardens.
It feels weird getting out of that blood pact the way we did.
On that note, Dargon and Ander, can you please make me an Arcana check?
I can.
Where's Arcana? There it is.
24.
11.
24? And 11. With the 24, Ander, you feel a distinct weight lifted almost off your heart as you read this now. Almost as if something was there before and you realise that there was a compulsion almost for you to go to River's End and you didn't realise it at the time.
Well, luckily we decided to go then. Or did you weave that in because we decided to go?
No, that blood pact was made way back in episode 32.
What I mean is, if we hadn't decided to go to River's End and we'd have left them for dead, that storyline...
There would have been consequences there.
Oh, okay. So you Darren Browned us into going this whole time and we didn't even realise.
Absolutely.
I like it.
Although, I feel like now we know the blood pact is over, and I feel I suppose a weight has been lifted, or a weight of responsibility has been lifted. I don't feel any less responsible for helping them or meeting them in Feywild. That might just be I'm always drawn to Feywild a little bit, to be honest. But do you think that has to be our next stop?
Yeah, I think it does, and I think the other thing that we've got to bear in mind is the fact that if Ethereal says he's going to help this once, does that mean he's not going to help us either? So, are we already too late to get his help to get into the Feywild?
If Grelin is still in town, he might be able to help us.
He may be our only choice, apart from going to the forest and running in.
Or
It's possible.
maybe I can ask. And then Andor will sort of go off into the distance and he will try and ask his soon-to-be Dryad wife. I hope she knows this. I haven't technically proposed, but we might as well. We've come this far. Do you think that, although we can't get with Ethereal, I don't want to ask him and owe him anything, to be honest. I don't want to really put Grelin in danger when I think about it. Could the Dryad guide me to the door to Feywild? Or would I know where it is if I... So I'll concentrate, use all my powers to ask her, if I came into the forest, could you guide me into Feywild, or would I be able to find it myself?
Make me a charisma check, please, but add your proficiency bonus.
Oh, that's a plus 10. I'll just press whatever I go with a plus 10. Good.
Works for me.
20.
20. It's been a long time since we spoke. I thought you'd forgotten me.
I'll never forget you.
You charmer. If you wish to return, then I can show you to the gate, or a gate. Will most likely require some travel, though. They are few and far between these days. The obvious one is the forest, but there are others. I sensed you were close not a few days ago.
Yeah, we were at Mantineer, but we weren't necessarily that welcome, so we couldn't really stay too long to explore. That's the closest one to...
That's why she
Landswipe.
is so smug.
Oh, you mean the Witch Queen?
Yes.
Yeah.
A tricky one she is.
She might have our name
There
and blood,
is-
but we can brush over that for a moment.
Oh, and what have you done now?
I don't know if I've got time for all that.
No, probably not. Listen, I think from where you are,
Posture check.
the village of Telmer is best.
Oh, okay.
Head there. There is an old, a very old gate, if you can find it. Connection
Thank
is
you, my
getting
love.
weaker these days. I sense things are coming to a head, one could say. Hopefully I'll see
Well,
you
hopefully this is all over this soon, and me and you can retire together.
soon. That would be nice. Are you coming to stay here, are you?
Oh, I was hoping you might join me here, but I suppose we could holiday for 6 months of the year in the Fey Wild. In the winter months.
I will see you when you get here, and if you need anything, you have but to ask. You know this.
I'll blow her a kiss and I'll be off.
You feel a warmth on your cheek, almost as if that kiss has returned.
and I'll come back in the room, and you'll see me not be cross-eyed and doughy-eyed anymore. We can get to the Fey Wild without Renderous help and without putting Grelin in danger. There is an old gate in Telmer, but the connections to the Fey Wild are getting weaker, probably because of what's happening in Nialin, but that's the closest gate. Apparently there was one in Mantineer that we could have used, but obviously we were in a bit of a rush.
You know, is Telmer going to be possibly under siege? Well, I suppose we can go out
What's the point?
if they have. So it's probably not a bad shout going that way.
And I suppose it'll go round Loch Essamir, and if we know we eventually need to find the source at the bottom of the loch, at least by going around it, we'll be able to determine whether Asmodeus knows it's there and is looking for it, and we can head him off, or if it looks like nobody's touching it, we know we can leave that till last and prove a hypothesis that Feyliad and the Fey Wild is the higher priority.
And your friend didn't mention how we can actually get... How are we going to find this portal, this gate? Are you just going to get like a tingly feeling in your nethers? Or are we going to...
I assume so. Should have asked that, shouldn't I?
Yeah, how do you discern the tingly in your nethers to other things that you have?
You mean like sexually transmitted diseases?
I was thinking when you look at a pretty lady, but fine. Yeah.
I just use cure wounds on that and it clears it right up.
Greater restoration.
That fucking hell. That'd be some genital warts and a half if you needed greater restoration. Jesus.
What the fuck are we talking about?
Well, are we walking or are we
Oh,
trying to get passage via the boat?
I suppose Telmer's only, a day's trek? If we're going to go straight to Telmer and then straight to the Fey Wild, is it a waste of the airship?
Yeah, it could be. Maybe we do go on foot.
Or we could always go through via the forest. That is another gate, unless if we wanted to just cut out the middleman and go straight to Feyliad Forest.
Yeah, it's further though, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's go to Telmer.
Yeah. Okay.
At least we can assess what the situation is there as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When are we going?
Whenever you're ready.
I might try and get a couple more simple weapons, daggers, the sort.
That might help you.
Yeah. Feeling a little grim having lost most of my weapons, but it's my fault. I'll be carried away in the fight.
Now, I do have some gems I could probably trade in for supplies at Mephisto's, but I do have a diamond. Kirik, do you need the diamond, or can I use it to purchase goods?
I've got 2 diamonds with me.
Ooh. I need to stop giving you diamonds, you got loads. Okay.
Obviously, if you want to use it, then that's great. It's just obviously something that we can't use later.
I'll see if he's got something really good. I might need it. If not, I might save it for you.
Sounds
I'm
great.
thinking fireballs, guys. I'm hoping something equivalent. Something that can just create chaos.
Always worth checking.
So, does that mean a short morning shopping trip before we head out? Do we need to tell anybody where we're going? Or can we just leave? I always feel like we need to report back, but I keep forgetting that we're kind of the boss now, aren't we?
I'm sure we can leave a message at the door or something.
Yeah, we don't want to mess them about too much.
True. do what we got to do then.
Very well.
Mephistos it is then.
Let's
Okay.
go shopping.
So you all head off to Mephisto's once more and knock on the door, where the assistant sort of greets you again. Back already?
We've been gone for months. Oh, was you here this
Well, no,
morning?
he was here earlier.
I got a little something.
Yeah, you haven't got any daggers or anything, axes, stuff I can throw.
You're looking for magical ones or just basic?
The best you got. I'll take it if I've got the coin for it. Anyway.
Let's see what I've got. I think. Let's go down. The inventory's getting thin these days, but
That's a hell of a chair.
That was my door.
Pardon you, Danny.
Yeah.
I've got
I'm
one
sticking to
dagger
that
left.
story.
40, mate.
It is.
What's the dagger?
Well, it's slightly enchanted. It's it just deals a bit of extra damage.
Lovely.
Nothing too.
I like dealing
That'll
extra
cost
damage.
you about 1,500. 1,500 gold pieces.
Afraid I don't have that much.
Got anything to trade?
Possibly.
I mean, how much do you have? How much do you have, Doggum?
I got 700.
Should we do the whole, see what we want to get, pile everything in the middle, discuss a price, and I'll show you them. I'll show you my jewels. By that I mean precious stones, not my testicles.
I can.
Why would you call
I
your
can do that.
testicles?
Crown jewels. Come on, make the connection.
A crown is usually on your head.
Anyway, the dagger looks pretty good.
Oh, yes. He's so nice.
Doesn't look like I've got much that you're going to be particularly interested in. Got a bit of lint. That's about it.
Right, so let's assume Dargon's dagger is in the middle, as long as he doesn't throw it away this time. What? Do you have any enchanted arrows or any necklace of fireball type items? You know, anything that can cause a lot of harm in a short space of time.
Any necklaces
got-
in general, or rings.
I've got multiple type of arrows. I got some that are very good, some that are sort of okay-ish. I got your basic, and then some that are slightly better than that. I've got a bow. I've got two types of bow, one long, one short. I got some bits of armor. I got a small. Interested in this little goat model? Are you? No? Okay.
What is
yeah,
it an ornament,
there's
or does
these-
it turn into a real goat or something?
Oh, it's magical. I couldn't possibly say. It's one of Mephisto's strange things that he used to keep.
Oh, colour be intrigued now.
In fact, if I remember rightly, there's two more somewhere. Oh yes, here they are. And she takes out. Look, it's set of 3.
3. You
I have
say?
no idea what they are.
I'm literally not.
If I have to attune to it, though, I
So
don't want it.
before you are these 3 ivory statuettes of goats. Each goat itself looks quite unique. But yeah, there's one that looks like a slightly bushier goat with longer horns. There's one that looks like maybe a smaller baby, almost goat. And then there's a third which has a strange face. It's almost like a more of a monstrous face, if you like.
And you have no idea what they do.
No, I couldn't possibly say. It's one of Mephisto's rare ones. I don't know.
Does
You
Andor
can have it
know
for
what
400
they do?
gold.
Ooh, what's...
would you know what they do? You can roll me an Arcana check, please.
Yeah, go
I
on.
will do.
17. I'm getting a dab on.
Well, that's a natural 20. For a 28.
Okay. So the both of you would have heard of sort of figurines of power before. And you think this might be something like it, and they are usually these small statuettes of beasts that are sort of small enough to fit in a pocket, and usually there is some sort of activation, at which point the figurine will become a living creature, and that creature will do something in particular. There'll be some other property associated with that creature.
Sold.
Do we know if it requires attunement?
Oh yeah, does it require attunement?
I will say, Kirik, you would know that it doesn't, but Ander would not.
I heard that in real life. I'm buying them.
Well, I guess it could be something that both would enjoy.
I mean, if not Buffer, will have somebody to talk to. I've just got an image of us three riding mighty rams into battle.
Oh no, the
Now you mentioned rings. What would you be needing rings for? Anything in particular?
No, if you have something that provides a little bit more protection or ability to withstand harsh environments, something of the like.
Any particular harsh environment?
Not really, just things that are thrown at us. We have a tendency to be hit quite a lot, so anything that helps with withstanding that would be great use.
Well, I've got this. Well, it's not really. I suppose if you're thinking of harsh environments, maybe. I got this ring of swimming.
Have you now?
Why?
Well,
Why
does
have that?
What does that entail?
Well, it's
I might want to take up swimming.
a ring of swim. It helps you move through water. It's a ring of swimming. Helps you to swim.
Does it help you breathe underwater though?
No, just
Well, we don't.
well. Do you know what? No, we don't think it does. I think it just helps you swim a bit faster.
We have the breeding sorted anyway, potentially.
You've got the breeding sorted. Oh, breathing. Sorry. She clears her ears out a little bit.
Well, I think we'll take that ring as well.
Okay, that's going to be around. Well, I suppose Mephisto would make me give you a discount, so. Let's think about that. That's probably give you that for about 1,200.
So what's the total cost of the pot at the moment?
Well, are you still wanting the dagger?
Dagon, still want the dagger?
I mean, yeah, if we can afford it. I can't. I mean, I can't afford all of it.
Right. Yes, for now.
Let me just work that out. That's 400, 1,600 plus another 1,600. I said 1,500. Oh. About 3,200 total for all of that.
I really shouldn't have thrown those daggers away, boys. Oh well.
You're not bothered about the dagger?
No, I just mean, you know, I wish I hadn't thrown those ones away.
Oh, yeah. I have 2,000 gold's worth of emerald, and I have 500 gold's worth of obsidian, 500 the diamond worth 500 gold. So that's 3,030. Should we call that even?
I think that'll do, especially with that diamond thrown in. You got yourselves a deal. Sure, you'll not be needing it. Diamonds are quite precious, useful.
I'll double check and look at Kirik.
It's 500 diamond, that's quite a lot.
I could swap the diamond for coin.
Oh, I'll happily swap the diamond for coin.
Yeah, I'll put some money.
I'll take the diamond back then.
I thought you might be doing that. Diamonds are not things you'd be giving away so easily.
How much am I putting on the table then?
500 gold pieces, that'll cover the rest, I think, boys. Hard times. And I'm sure once this is done, old, future king here will repay in kind.
100%.
500 gold on the
I'll
table.
hold you to that.
Thank you.
She will remember that.
Indeed.
I'll look after everybody
So-
if they're still alive.
In which case, you have now purchased...
Why did that sound like a threat?
You have purchased 3 ivory goats.
I mean, it's just a standard Monday
You
night.
can decide. You have purchased a ring of swimming.
Nice.
Again, you can decide who gets that. And then there is the +2 dagger, which goes to Dargon.
Hang on.
She then takes the emeralds, the obsidian, and the gold.
Put me dagger back on.
So when I put in go, the only thing that comes up is figurine of wondrous power.
Yeah, that's it.
Shotgun that, somebody can have the ring. It just sounds really cool. So you guys fill while I read that.
Then.
Okay, Kirik's going to take the ring.
Oh, how have I done this?
Because I can actually, 'cause it's only for 10 minutes, but I can actually, turn into a amphibious creature with my cloak.
Yeah, I can do some stuff. Great. Well, I think with that, we'll just start making our way out of town.
You sure you not be wanting anything else? I got some armor pieces. Got some ring mail, which is pretty strong.
I can't have anything weigh me down.
I mean,
I've got all the armour I need. I've got Mithril half plate anyway.
you can see the fairly hefty plate I'm wearing now. Couldn't suggest anything better. But if I say it's better, it's going to have to be a swap. That's the problem, I suppose.
If you have anything better than what I'm wearing currently, I will happily take it.
Well, not... I wouldn't say it's better. Just... there's things with different properties, I guess. Like this ring mail will protect you even against the most critical of strikes. And then there's...
What?
I suppose there's some resistances in these. These are meant for protecting you against acid. She shows you sort of a breastplate and some half plate. This one's supposed to be against sort of, well, storm type damage, I think. And there's plate armor there. There's this cold resistance. It's supposed to protect you from cold. Just it's leather though. It not be protecting you like plate does. And then there's just these, well, chainmail shirts.
I think I'm going to have to stick with what I've got for now.
Okay. I'll hand them out to the soldiers.
They'll need everything they get.
Won't we all? Won't we all? Say, did you boys, find what you were looking for? In your travels?
I wouldn't say that.
More questions than answers, but it was fruitful.
Fairly
I would
standard
say.
here.
Well, they say that, often it's the journey that's more educational than the things you find.
Yeah, I've never quite understood that myself. Yeah. Kirik, just before we go, do we need to see if there's any potions or anything, or do you think we're okay with what we can all provide?
It's a good question. I mean, I don't have any potions on me.
They're fairly sparse on mine.
Yeah, we've not quite got the stuff to be making any more potions. Well, there's one ingredient that seems to be quite rare these days. Getting hard to find. Unless you be having some dried ephedra on you, and in which case I'd be snapping your hand off you.
Well,
No, but we can be on.
it is a collection. It is 5 clumps of dried ephedra. Is any good to you?
5 clumps. Won't make very much.
You look. Have them. Doing nothing in
Well,
my
actually,
bag.
The more I think about it, surely one of you be knowing how to work with herbs and make things. I can give you the other ingredients. You be making them as you need them, maybe.
Oh,
I don't know.
I can mix them up.
Can you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Johannes taught me loads of herbalism skills.
Blimey. Alright.
Oh,
Forest
herbalism.
training.
Fantastic.
Give them a go. Alright then, what else do we need?
Well, we just tend to keep it in a big... Here, look. Here's the other ingredients, because I can't remember off the fucking top of my head what they were.
I've got them listed in a long gone OneNote.
Yeah, no, that's fine. You'll, I reckon with the ephedra clumps, you'll probably get about maybe 6, 7 healing potions. Standard, of course.
Oh, very good. Well, we'll have to give them a go before we, if we're ever rested. Look, I've been umming and ahhing about this for a while. But, what shields? No, I don't want a shield. I've got this shield here that I don't use very often. I'll bring out the shield of the oak.
Do you want to... You be willing to sell it?
Well, it's not doing me any good. No, it's no
Well, if you
good.
don't
I
want
just, I haven't used it in a while. So yeah.
Well, if you don't want it...
What might it be worth?
Well, if it's got the rune still on it, that's not been used.
Yes, indeed.
That's a +3 shield, right?
Ba-da-ba-doo-doo-ba-doo, Scooby-Doo.
Shield even rune.
No idea. Inventory. The hell is it? There it is. +2 AC.
+2 shield.
Yeah.
Thank you. Well, it's quite special. Still pretty rare. I reckon I can probably be, well, it's very special. 15,000?
What?
You might have been leading with this. This could have solved a lot of problems.
Yeah. Now then, let's have a discuss about some of that armor then. Guys, you don't think of really in need of a shield anymore, do you? Haven't used it very often, have I?
I mean, no, you pretty much just two-handing your weapon, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say, if you want to, get rid of it.
Just out of interest, what other types of shields might you have here? There's a...
I think we've only got one left now, which is this one. And she pulls out a shield made from sort of, it's a one-handed shield. Looks like it's made from almost solid metal. There's a few wooden planks here and there. It's got the symbol of an eye on the front. Well, this one's been known to help you just keep an eye out on things somehow. I don't know how Mephisto does all these things, to be honest. He's gonna finish teaching me one day. Maybe I'll open up my own shop. But
Do I recognise that particular symbol from a hammer I once had? No, because that wasn't actually. That was a
different sort of
Warning.
hammer. That was the Warhammer of Warning. Yes.
Yeah.
Hey.
Would this be sort of a direct swap kind of thing, or have we got a bit of coin spare to shilly shally?
Well, yes. What did I say? I said 15 for that one, didn't I? For yours. So this would probably be about half that.
Very good, very good.
Well,
guys, you want?
well, we have some.
Armor, maybe.
Yes, I was wondering if you have any breastplate or something of the like that might fit.
Breastplate? Yeah, I've got this one, which is for, as I say, this one's supposed to protect you against acid. I've got this hearth plate, which does the same thing, but obviously it's less. I've got this full plate armor, if you want. That protects you against that stormy type, thundery lightning type, that sort of shit. Apparently. What else we got? I think that's it for my breastplate and hearth plate. As I say, I got some mail type armors. Got this leather armor. Leather armor. Which nobody fucking needs that. We'll chuck that in the back.
I would, but I have to attune to it, and I can't afford that. I'm attuned to all my stuff. I keep trying to reel me in that.
Does the because I'm confused here now. The plate armor that we're shown, the one that is resistant to bangy.
Yes.
What armor rating would that give me?
So because it is plate armor, that would be an 18 AC.
So why? Oh, is it heavy plate? That is why I get 20.
It's heavy plate, yeah.
Ah. Oh, that 20 is very nice.
I will take that half plate if that is going and available.
That half plate of acid stopping power shit. Okay, so
yes, I believe so.
we call that much. You got 15 to spend. You're taking the 8 with the shield, and then the extra 2. Calculator. Fucking stop trying to do it in my head. I love shopping episodes.
Do you think maybe we'll have enough to chuck in some +3 arrows?
You got about 4.5, I reckon, left on your trade. Maybe
How
slightly
many
less.
+3 arrows do you have?
You've got of the plus the, you mean the extra special ones?
The really good arrows, yeah. Super duper arrows.
I think we've got about 20 of them left now. Maybe less. Oh,
Yes,
no. Sorry, I sold you some of these last time. We've got 10 now. Managed to enchant some more.
Yep.
You have 10 of them.
10 then, please. Yes, please.
Okay.
Sorry, with this half plate, do I need to be quite knowledgeable of how it works in order to benefit of its abilities?
When you mean you need to be quite knowledgeable, you'll need to spend some time with it and get to grips with how it works.
I assume that's the same with the shield.
With the shield, no, that one just kind of works.
Wow.
Do you have a half plate which doesn't require me to spend time with it?
Just basic half plate. Ooh. You can probably have some made. Doesn't take too long. I can maybe. Well, I suppose if this is not going to get sold, I suppose I can strip it of its enchantment and give you what's left. Be costing you in the service, though. Just want the basic.
Can you not just wear it and still get your same effect, Kirik? You know what I mean? Just not the bonus.
Yeah, would I know that that's a thing that I can do? Probably.
Armor's in the end. Even if he's got a spell.
So you can wear it without a tuning to it, and therefore still get the bonus from the the half plate.
Just wouldn't get your resistance.
But you would not get the. Because that's just half plate armor. Of resistance.
Yeah, guys, if I get rid of this shield...
it'd be plus your dex modifier there.
If I get rid of this shield...
It's 15, isn't it?
I'm kind of going to feel that...
15 plus your dex mod. So max of 2. Maximum of 17.
Yeah, I'll take it. I'll just wander you into it. It's fine.
So you want that without... Okay.
I'm not really going to, feel like I've got a particular connection to anything other than this sword. Just out of interest.
I think with all of that together, with the shield, the arrows, the shield, arrows, armor. What am I missing? Forgetting something. You're trading that shield. You're gonna have to remind me, gents. You're getting the other shield. Got the arrows. The half plate.
That's it, innit?
Is that all? Is it? Yeah,
yes, it was. That was it. In which case, you've probably still got about 2.5, I reckon, to play with.
What's that long sword back there? It's looking quite nice, that.
Oh, it's really sharp, but to be honest, I think with what you've got, it'll pale in comparison.
Yeah.
Was it a long sword or a short sword? Or?
Long sword.
Long
look
sword.
at that.
It's really sharp look, and she literally just like moves her finger slightly on it and fuck.
Well, it could come in handy if I'm out of power.
Looks like that would take someone's hand clean off if you did it right.
Yeah.
It's not quite vorpal, but it'll do the trick.
Could have it just in case. Backup.
Okay. About yeah,
I guess.
I'll give you that for. We'll call it an even 2 left, I think.
Come on, lads. We don't want store credit.
Just take it as
And
cash.
I can give you the 2,000 back. I can give you the 2,000 gold.
Yep.
Well, let's do that, unless there's anything else you want.
There is, but nothing I should get. Because my tuned items are... I can't top them, really.
Okay. Fantastic. Well, there you go. I'll be taking this. You know, I might just fucking have this for myself.
You better go to someone who looks after it, even if it is yourself.
It's very special.
And I am getting rid of that out of my inventory. How is it?
Fantastic. Well, boys, if that be all, more things to enchant for the soldiers, and of course they get it for free because they're protecting everyone.
Hey, we're protecting everyone as well.
Ooh. Well, you shouldn't tell me
Fuck
that.
off. If you're not protecting my shop as it is right here, you could fucking pay money.
Hey, good point.
Well, you've clearly learned from the best.
Yeah, you have. That's impressive.
Well, he's got supposedly more important things to do now, but
We're much obliged with all of this, thank you.
no, we do what we can. I give what I can, but I appreciate the business nonetheless.
See you soon.
Okay. Just tidy that shop up. Thank you, 5e
I
Magic Shop.
literally can't wait to use those goats, man. I've read it and it's fucking nuts.
Now, just double checking the description on the Sentinel Shield, it does say while holding, not while this is equipped. So
Yeah.
this is only while I actually have it in my hand.
Only while you have it in your hand
Fine.
do you get advantage.
Fine. Okay.
What was the...
Could be dropping
plus
this on the
that
floor a
sword?
couple of times.
So it's a long sword of sharpness, which will give you the plus to it.
So it... Where did I put that? I had that up here. I don't know what the plus is, but if you roll a 20 on the die, it's an extra 14 slashing damage straight off. And if you roll another 20 on the d20, basically you roll just a standard d20 on it. If you roll another 20, DM over there gets to choose which limb you chop off.
Nice.
Pretty cool. Do you want to hear about the goats?
Let's save that for when you use them, shall we?
Alright, I'll have
That'll
a
be
bit
a
of
nice
surprise.
nugget for people, I think.
But what was I
I'll
going
use it as soon as we get out of the shop.
We did, yeah, but yeah. Well, I mean, we confirm that I can use Timur's Wrath one-handed, as we found out, so that should be fine there. That looks so cool. Back to a
Yeah,
shield.
you should just be able to find the long sword of sharpness to add to your inventory, Kirik, hopefully.
I already got it. Yeah, it's fine.
Good, cool. Excellent. So a few more magic items, because it's always good fun.
Holy crap!
What else are we doing then as you leave the shop? And of course, you now have
We're going
the materials to make 7 potions of healing.
Yes, so I will have to do that. Well, I suppose. Do you want me to make them now, before we leave, or make them on the road?
You can make them now, I suppose. There's nothing... you
So it might be
You'll need
handy to use
You'll need to spend an hour per potion making it. Just need 7 hours in total.
Kirik, the discussion we had earlier yesterday, whenever it was, the 12 temples here. Is it something we can just go and talk to them, or is that out of our purview?
I suppose it depends how long we want to... Not how long we want to stay here before we head out.
Do we need their help or
I mean-
not, I suppose, but I don't know
Do
how
we need their help once we've found and claimed what we need to claim, if you know what I mean?
Might be easier once we have something to show for it.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And as time is of the essence, I can always just make a potion as we bed down for the night, or if we ever decide to just take a short rest.
Yeah, maybe you make one if we get the chance, not
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Very kind gesture, of course. You know, anything to keep us alive it all makes a difference. But for now, let's just try and stay out of trouble, because that always works.
We're about to leave Glentawag and go on the road to Telmer.
Yeah, where it all first kicked off. So yeah, just nothing can go wrong here. It's fine.
It'd be nostalgic.
Ah, yeah. Hey, do you think that bar's still, kicking?
Kirik's never been, so we can show you the sights, Kirik.
Yeah, we liberated Telmer.
Maybe after we save the world.
Pub crawl,
Well.
pub crawl, pub crawl.
But it's probably just going to be a rubbly mess now, isn't it?
Let's go find out.
Let's go. Maybe a one-horse town and we'll roll in. You
talk about one horse
So how are you
town.
getting to Telmer?
You talk about one horse town, but shall we not try and ask for some horses and go there?
Bothrid's going to turn into a goat and we're going to ride the 3 other goats. No, we're not. What we're going to do... Is it a day's trek?
On foot, it's more like 3 days.
How far off?
Should we get a lift then?
I was going to say, how far off is the airship? 'Cause that's like half a day off now, isn't it?
Yes, roughly.
So if we, and if on the airship, how long would it take us to get to Telmer?
About 5 hours.
Yeah, not very long.
Would it be like one of them flights where as soon as you've got up,
Bear with me.
warning light comes on, you've got to put your seatbelt back on because you're coming straight back down?
Yeah, your ears popped, you've just cleared them, and then suddenly they're popping again. You're like, ah!
Okay then, so if we're going to wait for the airship, I could make the potions while we wait.
We could go into the temple. Or we just fight. It's just spar.
I mean, yeah, if you want to go to the temples, I can make the potions while you do that.
I don't want to go to the temples. I was kind of hoping. Oh man, I had the flutters just talking to my lordship back in Mantineer. I didn't like that. That was my area.
It's going
So
to
I
take
don't think
about
we should be talking to any guns.
6 hours on the airship.
I can make 6 potions. That'd
Yeah,
still
we
be
can
quicker
wait.
than. It'd still be quicker than trying to get there ourselves, wouldn't it?
True.
Actually, do the Malt Masters have a portal to Telmer?
I mean, we
Because if
can
there's
spend
a gate,
we can spend some time asking. But
because if there's a gate there, there might be other magical doorways into Telmer.
well, why don't you start making some potions?
Okay.
I don't mind going to the Malt Masters and asking if they have a portal or a passageway to Telmer. And if not, we'll just wait for Captain Swift and then we'll just fly
Yeah.
over.
I'll go back to our house to make them, because then I can use Bothrid's kitchen supplies. Make it a bit easier. This is the only time you can split the pie and it'd be okay.
You say that.
You say that, but on the roll of the dice in 3, 2, 1.
I'm going to burn myself on the cooking pot.
So I frantically make a shit ton of notes. Yeah, cool. So it's 6 hours for the airship. Just double checking on my maths there. That was cool. Excellent. So, Andy, you're going home to make some potions.
Yes.
No, I just had to pull up all the notes on the airship to make sure I'd got the speed right in my head, which I had, which is good.
Have you got like a Nialin Google Maps up? Just like checking the...
No. Well, I've got the map
You might
up
have it
here,
on
which I had to
cycling
work out
distance,
the
haven't you?
mileage, and then miles per hour I've got in a note. It's all good fun. It's all good fun. All these things we have to do as a DM. Luckily, there is a new travel calculator that I can use on 5e Magic Shop, which is amazing.
I
If the
would
airship
just-
All these
leaves
things in
Mantineer,
it does it for me.
Yesterday, and it travels at 3 knots, then how quickly does Mephisto rip us off?
Yeah.
Cool.
I would have just made up a time
Anyway.
that I wouldn't have done any maths. That's the difference between me and
It's
you.
fine. Yeah, it is. Gotta have some sort of relativism to it. Ander, if you're going back to spend sort of the next half a day, 6 hours-ish, making these potions, I am going to need 6 herbalism checks, which will be... I'm going to say it's 6 intelligence checks plus your... No, sorry, 6 medicine checks, but add your proficiency bonus on top of it.
All right, +7. Never talking. So we've got a 19. We got a 10, an 18, a 9, a natural 20 for a 27, and I got one more, haven't I? An 18. 4 out of 6 ain't too bad. For good rolls.
Okay, so I'm going to say 2 of these go horribly wrong. Like, drastically wrong. Just not good enough at all. You actually think they might harm someone rather than do any...
poison?
Kind of, maybe.
Or is it
Make a
at least
basic poison out of those 2 failures if you want.
a drink of vomiting? Yeah, I'll have that.
Yeah, so you've got a very, very weak basic poison out of 2. That natural 20, however, somehow you managed to make a next level up. So rather than the basic potion, you managed to make a potion of...
Greater.
Something healing. Greater, thank you. You can tell it's been a long day.
I got you.
I'm on.
Thank you. Yes, potion of greater healing. So you have 3 normal potions of healing, potion of greater healing, and 2 weak poisons.
That's gone pretty well. Thank you.
Cool. Kirik, what are you doing in this time?
I will be going to the Malt Masters to ask if they have a passage to Telmer.
Okay. And Dargon, what are you doing?
I'm going to be outside trying the new sort of sword and shield combo. Just getting used to it again.
Okay, so you'll spend some time training, which is fine. Kirik, then, you wander off towards the Malt Master's Keep and sort of bang on the door. And as you bang on the door, there is the sort of eye hole slot that... And you see female eyes beyond it, and then the door opens, and you see before you the mute Mirabelle as she just sort of bows her head. And looks
the
at you
Malt Masters
questioningly.
Available.
And she sort of beckons you in, turns, and leads you into that downstairs, what was once a throne room, now a war room, currently empty. She just sort of points to a seat, and then she holds up like a finger to say 1 second, and then she disappears. And as you sit, you can see on the table itself that there are now on the map there are black marks against River's End, against Moonbright, against Seameat. There is a red circle around Eticus and Ardbjörg. There is a big black smudged cross through the splintered isle. And there is a big black dot placed on the Isle of the Dead. There is a question mark over Deluin. And there is another big black dot over the Black City.
Cool. I will take note of that.
Okay. And as you're sort of looking at the map, making notes, the 4 Malt Masters come in. Sort of, the Cooper sort of walks in, stretching his back out. Oh, Kirik boy. When did you get back?
About 18 hours ago.
Oh, we, wasn't aware of your arrival.
Well, we're not staying long, so we
might
thought-
be, Mephisto then chimes up. That's my, mission. Sorry. Still getting used to this whole democracy thing. You know. Been spending some coin at my shop, boy, I hope?
Yes, I think you'll find something very
Excellent.
fun to play with
Excellent.
when you get there. I wanted to ask, we aren't planning on staying too long. Probably another around half a day. Unless you have a passage to Telmer, magical or otherwise, that we could take.
Passage to Telmer, I think I can... Yes, there was an old... It's not been used in a very long time. Yes, I think I can get you there. There was an old spell circle once used by... Well, before they were forced out of the city. A small coven, if you like, of wizards. I believe they headed northeast. Wonder what became of them. Anyway, sorry, I'm getting vaguely distracted there. Yes, I think I can just about... In fact, I should have some notes on it. I can probably send you there. We will have to go down to the grotto, of course.
Great. How long until we could potentially make that travel?
I just need to go find the right book, and I can probably have you on your way within the hour or so.
Great.
If there's any preparation, should we say this afternoon?
Yes, I believe Ando's occupied doing some things, but as soon as we're ready, we'll make our way back.
Okay. I trust your trip north was fruitful then?
Yes, very much so.
And any updates that we should be aware of?
We're playing this one close to the chest.
Oh. Okay. I mean, it's... I suppose 'tis your prophecy, so to speak, so... You let us know where we can help. I will go find that book. And she sort of... You can tell the distiller looks a bit taken aback by the somewhat seeming lack of trust. And she will turn and exit. And the blender stood there with her arms just sort of folded, and she's got a very narrow-eyed look at you. But she will turn too and just sort of disappear off. Mephisto's going to sit there with sort of a smug look on his face as if to say, well, that fucking told her. And the Cooper is just sort of there with looking at an empty cup of ale. We need to fill the ale barrels. So, you were back fleetingly and off again then?
Yes, time is of the essence currently. And
Very well, we shall continue to guard these walls. Any news from the world beyond, I suppose? Anything of interest?
Mountaineer was in, well, lockdown really when we arrived, but no sign of invasion.
Yes, that doesn't surprise me. The pompous pricks in those guild halls don't really give a shit for anybody else. They never did.
Well, I don't think that's the attitude you want if we're going to war.
No, I suppose not. War? Is it war? With who?
I'll kind of just look at the map and denote the two.
Yes, okay,
very
we know
dark
there's a lot
circles.
of shit going on. War usually assumes some enemy force. A war is between two factions.
Well, you
This
don't
is just a
suppose the
cacophony
undead-
of shit.
You don't suppose the undead and the fiends decided to attack at the same time for no reason?
Yes, well, I was hoping you'd read between the lines, Kirik, but apparently your distrust goes even further than just stilly, so we will, I'll leave you to it. And, well, if you were a bit more forthcoming...
It's just nothing personal. It's just one of you already turned.
Well, I can't argue with that. And Mephisto is yet again just sort of sitting there like...
I'm so glad we said Kirik by himself.
The wrong person for this.
Bahamut, give me strength. Very well, Kirik, do what you must. We are here, as always. Be safe. Take care of each other. And he leaves. Mephisto is then just going to sort of put his arms up behind his head and stretches out his torso, and it's like, well, you certainly know how to make friends.
I mean, we all die at one point, so friends are overrated.
He's so fucking emo, and he is so emo.
I'd like to think you don't think your own friends are overrated, but
that was an attempt of humour. Never mind.
Very well. No, I thoroughly enjoyed that, Kirik. I think you need to enter in the world of diplomacy, and it'd be fantastic. Hell, if Andy gets the throne, I would love to see you advise him. That's going to be fucking fantastic.
I'll leave that to Andy. He's much better with words than I am.
I'd like to think
he does have a
Mephisto's
rather
doing like a
silver
little
tongue.
dressage trot like they do at the Olympics, like a little horse dance.
There's something racist towards centaurs there, clearly.
Yeah, that's what a horse would do. It's a happy dance, isn't it?
I'm trotting in place. I'm trotting in place. I'm trotting in place.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Kirik, it seems you
now.
you know what you want at least, which I can't fault. And you are right, one of them did turn, but it paved the way for me. And what more could you want, really? So, yes, I'll leave you to it, boy. Be sure to keep spending coin at the shop. I'm sure if they ever kick me out of this fucking position, I'll need to go back.
And is very happy with your shop, so I'm sure we'll be spending more money there.
Very well. Hopefully I'll get the franchises back up once we sort this shit out. And he just stares down at the map and goes, well, if we sort this shit out. Anyway, sorry, I delay you. On you go. You have important things to do, and I don't need to hold you up.
Thank you. I will move and go. I'll go back.
Fantastic. Cool. So you head back towards the house. As you go back towards the house, you can you see Dargon outside sort of swinging, and you can see Bothrid just sort of sat watching. And then there's this almighty out of the chimney as this sort of reddish, purplish smoke just out the top of the house. And Bothrid's just going to look in the window to see Ander fuck up one of the potions, and his face is like Seamus from Harry Potter, just blasted outwards over this small little cauldron type thing. Sort of shakes it off, and then puts all the bits to the side and starts again.
Luckily, I have goggles of my new seeing on, and I'll take them off, and I'll just have the white fingers and the soot around my face.
Absolutely.
Amazing.
And I think with that, we will take a short break. Hey yo.
Hello.
So we are back, and during that break, we had a realisation that I had dropped a shop link in, so Kirik has just swapped a quick item out, just straight swap, one armour for another.
Cool.
So, do you want to tell the audience what you've picked, Kirik?
Yeah, I just picked the chain shirt that was around. Because, instead of the half
Good
plate.
stuff. So we've ironed that out.
Oh,
Means
you
I no
gone for
longer
your
have disadvantage
breastplate
on
instead of
stealth
half plate?
checks. Sorry?
You went for the breastplate, did you?
Yeah, well, I went for the half plate, but I now swapped that for chain shirt. +2.
Ah, nice.
Well, I have to get on Hero Forge now and change it.
I've already done that, mate.
Yet again, I need to update some tokens. Excellent. So I will say then, as the rest of you sort of go about just prepping stuff and repacking bags, and Amanda finishes doing her potions, eventually the airship, the unnamed airship, comes into view and sort of floats in over the city, or over the village, so to speak. And
Obviously, I would have let them know that we have a passage to Telmer if we so wish, but I would also turn to Anda and Dargon and say, I probably wouldn't recommend me being left alone with the Malt Masters. I'm not very good. I got the sense that, yeah.
And you see Ander thinking, and then he's not really listening to what you said, and then he'll just go, "The whisper on the wind. That's what we should call the airship." Sorry, what were you saying?
That is a good name. I was just saying that we don't leave me alone with Malt Masters. I'm.
Did they
not very
touch
good
you?
with them. I mean, we shook hands, but
Okay.
What happened, Kiri? What?
Was you your usual charming self?
I guess so. I mean, I wasn't very forthcoming about. I don't know how much we want to tell them, basically, and we thought they were all good, but then one of them turned and almost killed us. So, I don't know. I'm not saying they're evil. They're probably not evil, but they are just as fallible as all of us. So,
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, we don't want to. You weren't burning any bridges or anything in, there, were you? Because still helping.
Well, I don't know. He might have been like this, trying to light one to burn the bridge. By the sounds of it.
Well,
But we've got important things to worry about.
so are we going on the airship, or have they got another way of going?
I think it might be better if, because we can always come back here
Yeah,
and then go to the lock
yeah.
via
Yeah.
our own means.
Well, yeah.
So it might be worth leaving the Malt Masters with the airship, so that they can move around quicker as well.
So we walking then, yeah.
No, the Malt Masters have a magic circle passage into Telmer. So
I knew they would.
Ah,
That distiller.
Please don't let me do the talking.
Tell you what.
I'll
Considering
I'll be
I didn't
really
like
bad
her
at
when
that
we
again.
first met, she is fast becoming my favourite with all of this teleportation circle business.
Well, we can tell her that it might ease some of the bad things that.
how long do we have to wait for them to enable the our ability to get there?
We can go now, if you finish doing the potions, and maybe wash your face.
I'll then try and wash off the rest of the debris off my face. Oh yeah, I've done them all, no problem. Right now for that.
We pay a lot of coin for those potions, and looking at you, kind of see why we do.
Well, I was that confident that I made some healing potions. I even made a super duper healing potion, and I thought, why not make a couple of poisons while I'm at it?
You have no idea which one's which, do you?
I labelled them.
healing potion, possible healing potion, maybe a really good healing potion, and toilet water.
What you'll see, I'll show you them, and they'll just have varying degrees of either happy face, mare face, or a sad face on them, so you know which one's which.
Amazing.
I told you I couldn't read Sylvan. I don't know what
The one and
it
future
says.
king, everyone. The one and future king.
That when I rule Nialin, there's going to be some illiterate people. There always is. I'm going to the masses. Everybody knows what a happy face is and a sad face is. At a glance, you're not going to have time to read. You're just going to see a smiley face and know to neck it.
Yeah, and what if it's upside down? Then I'm going to see a smiley face and I'm going to drink it and it's going to be poison.
No, if it's upside down, you'll see a person with a unibrow and 2 nostrils.
Yeah, well, what do you make of that?
I don't know. Well, you can't. If it's upside down, how are you going to drink it?
Well, you know, if you're on
You
the
have
floor,
to
then you like go glug, 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 glug.
Do what the Americans do and just shotgun it.
On that
Save
note,
us, Matt. Do some.
shall we? Yeah. On that note, shall we go and speak to the Malt Masters and get a fast track way of getting there?
Yeah.
Where do we have to go? Into one of their studies, Kirik?
Do we need to meet them around the
yeah,
back like we do usually?
Into the
What's
keep,
under?
yeah.
What do you usually do with them?
Never you mind. A gentleman never tells.
Yeah. But you're not a gentleman, so what happened?
Rimmed them into oblivion, mate. That's what I did.
I'm so sorry I asked. Right, let's go.
Tried to keep it PG-13. You asked, so I went straight into rimming.
Okay, so where are you heading before we
that's keep.
descend into too much chaos? You're heading back up to the keep. Okay, so you head back up to the keep and sort of bang back on the door, and this time Annabelle comes to the door, sort of opens it. She's waiting. Did you say something? She's gone very quiet.
By the sounds of it, that was Kirik being his usual, lovely self. We'll smooth it
Maybe a
over.
little bit more tact next time, Kirik. She is quite sensitive. Not that she shows it.
I will try.
Lead the way.
Okay, by all means, follow me. And she leads you into the throne room turned war room, where the distiller is waiting there with a book just sort of hugged close to her chest. The Cooper is sat sort of poring over the map, just pushing things around, and you can see he's got some black, what looks like chalk in his hand. Mephisto is sat on the table and is actually counting coins, and the blender is sat just staring at the map. And I would like everybody to make me a perception check, please.
Perception check. I'm not currently
19.
holding my shield, so it's not at advantage.
Oh, come on, pen.
9.
15.
Okay. Ander?
19.
19. So Kirik and Ander, you both would notice that her eyes, the blender's eyes, are staring straight at that big black dot over the Isle of the Dead.
Malt Masters. Good to see you all.
Doggone.
Just to address the
are you
elephant
all
in the
ready?
room, apparently I need to apologise on behalf of Kirik here. He was maybe not as charming as he usually is.
It's fine. Let's do what you are here to do.
No, it's okay. We'll tell you all we need to tell you when we get back. It's just time is of the essence, and obviously he's got PTSD from fighting the Stillman, and he's a bit sore about it, so he's not very good at expressing his emotions like that.
Fought the oh yes, of course you fought the Stillman. Oh, so many things. Anyway, yes, it's fine. It doesn't matter. Look, we're all we've all been through stuff, and I fully understand. Let's get you where you need to go and get this done and free this godforsaken country, shall we?
Yeah, I mean,
godforsaken.
Yeah, I was going to say it's not godforsaken, is it? I mean, you got a temple of 12 deities out the side there.
I mean, it's been ripped.
It's one godforsaken.
Well, that's good.
Yes,
shout.
okay. Ioun, help me. Anyway, come on, boys.
Did you simply say Ioun help me?
Yeah, she did.
Write that down. Yes, Matthew.
I picked up.
Sorry, you say Ioun?
Yes, why?
I mean, I just so happen to be reading up on some of the deities. Not very good at it myself. Anyway, Ioun came up.
Boys, I thought you said time was of the essence.
Yeah,
I know. This is a useful detail.
Yeah.
Does anybody like Arathis while we're at it? That's another one of my TBCs. What about Evandra? Any takers on Evandra in the room?
Mephisto's head would flash up. Well, if I was going to support any deity, I suppose it would be Evandra. She's
Yes, of course you would.
I'm good with coin and change and those things. So
I've nearly got house on my bingo card. Okay.
Anyway, yes.
Maybe this is a discussion for once we come back and funnily enough, we did learn something. Don't know whether it's very helpful when we were in Mantineer. More on that when we're back.
Okay. Sure. Whatever you need to do.
Let's just say this is a fact-finding mission.
Right. She's literally just going to turn, sort of open the secret doorway, which you now know is no longer a secret, and she's going to sort of go down into the tunnel, and immediately the braziers on the wall just light up. This time with sort of a pale blue light. And she begins to just slowly move her way along, and you can see as she moves, those pale blue lights sort of blink out of existence as she moves along. You're going in?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. The four of you descend into the tunnel, and as you descend, braziers light up again, this time with just sort of normal yellow candle flame, so to speak, or fire. And you sort of follow along, following the blue glow ahead of you. She gets there sort of a minute or two before you, and she's already on the raised platform, sort of with a huge piece of chalk, just sort of sketching out this teleportation circle, spell circle, and you can see she's got the book laid out in front of her, and she begins to sort of slowly etch out these runes, and it probably takes her about 10-15 minutes or so before she then sort of looks at you and say, well, you know the drill, everybody in the centre.
Or at least she's going to take us to Telmer, yeah?
Well, near enough. There's a ruin on the outskirts, literally just outside the village. It used to be, from what I understand, home to a coven of wizards who were quite literally run out of the village. I believe they were trying to build a settlement there, and well, these things happen, and people fall out, and people get run out, leaders get changed, those sort of things happen. But yes, there should still be a circle there, which they're quite difficult to destroy, you know, hence this one's been here for eons, I imagine. But anyway, yes, I can get you to there, and then it's, probably about 10-15 minute walk into the centre of the village.
Very good then, and I'll get out my sword and shield.
Okay.
I will say, with message to the distiller, we do trust you, you know. Don't take it to heart. Being the diplomat that I am now.
she would sort of flash a side glance at you, Ander, and that's all she does.
Before I, as I walk into the center, just before, I'll kind of stop by her side as she is just drawing, and I will say, whatever you find on Asmodeus might be useful. And then I'll walk to the center of the circle.
And she sort of stops for a moment and... Okay, sure. She begins casting and sort of chanting, so to speak, and eventually the spell circle lights up. This time, she steps in almost at the last moment, forgetting she needs to be in the middle. Her mind clearly distracted. And as she steps in, there's just this then flash of blue light, and you just hear from it, "Oh shit!"
Oh, good.
I need everybody to make me dexterity saving throws, please.
Oh, that's gonna go great. That's gonna go great.
Dex saving throws.
Not bad. That's 15.
Me too.
17.
17, and let's do...
I was ready. I had sword and shield. I was ready for something to go up.
That's true.
That is true.
Let's do a Bothrid, dexterity saving throw.
Saying there's a 10 or 15 minute walk away from the village. Trust me, he's waiting for an ambush the other side.
Well, we're going to get 15 days away from the village, I think.
Still
Probably going to land in the Black City at this rate.
Well, you've had to split the party, but now it's split across the continent.
What happens if, because you said Asmodeus, she was thinking of Asmodeus, so we end up in his living room?
Oh, good lord, oh bloody mighty.
Let's go!
There is a sudden rush of energy around all of you, and you blink back into existence, and you all realise that you're not on the floor. You all begin to fall. Everybody except for Bothrid manages to just about catch themselves and don't take any damage as a result.
Superhero landing.
Bothrid's going to start the night off with 3 points of damage as he just... Oh shit! As you land on the floor, you notice that, because it was only a slight miss, literally the score was about 2 points off what it needed to be when I rolled, you notice that you are near to a glowing circle, but not immediately on it, which is where you needed to be, hence you have sort of landed. There is then a huge crack as this spell circle splits in half.
Oh no.
Quick look around. Are we the only ones here? And also, as in the four of us, the what's her name hasn't come with.
Make a perception check, please.
Now with advantage.
Jesus.
Beauty. That is a grand total of 24.
That's 16 for me.
Thank you, Sam. We've got to stretch, everybody. Do a stretch.
Oh, stretch.
I can't stretch.
I actually got a
that.
good back crack out of that one.
Oh, nice.
There we go.
Oh,
I heard that.
That was like
Yeah.
a chiropractic one.
A bit of ASMR cracking.
I do like to watch chiropractor videos on YouTube, you know.
You're weird.
I enjoy going.
But I also like to watch it when people, you know, like Dr. Pimple Popper. I like a bit of that as well.
Oh, no.
Just
I hate that.
Just
so
logged
much.
onto Hero Forge and they've done a huge update. I need to go play.
Oh my
Yes,
god,
don't
match
get
coming in
distracted,
fast.
man.
That's it. Just end
Go and
stream.
grab what you need to, Matt, and get off this site before you fucking distract yourself totally.
I'm going to talk about pimple
cool.
popping
So-
while you're... okay.
With all of these checks, you don't sense anything or anybody else around you immediately. The distiller is still with you. She is going to look down at this cracked spell circle and say, well, it doesn't look like I'll be coming back here anytime soon. Luckily, I can just draw on the floor and get myself back.
Oh, you don't fancy the road trip then?
Well, I think it's best you boys stick to what you do and I'll stick to what I do. I'm sure there will be battles for us to fight together, but for now, this place is creepy and I simply don't want to be here.
I mean, we can wait until you finish casting if you want.
Yeah, I think that was best.
If you would, that would be perfect.
Yeah.
Excellent. So she spends another sort of 10 minutes drawing out a spell circle again. Alright boys, away from the circle. If you need to stay here, I don't want you to get stuck. And this time she's going to place her book sort of in her lap as she sits in the middle. She's going to take a deep breath. Concentrate this time, you fool. And then as she sort of places the book down on her knees in front of her, she is just going to clutch sort of at her chest, basically around her neck for a minute, and then begins to chant the words that she needs to and recites the words. And they do come out in Elvish, and you can just about sort of understand what she's saying, and it's words, almost a poem of movement and passage through space and time, and there's some complicated bits in there you don't quite understand, but you get the gist of how this spell sort of is being chanted by this wizard that sits before you, and then eventually there's another flash of blue light and she is gone.
As that happens, I'll just look at it and then I'll turn to the others and I'll just say, do you think I spend so much time speaking to the dead that I forgot how the living deal with words?
100%.
Good. I just want to make sure.
You're also used to talking to us, and I don't think we count as actual, talking to society is not the same thing as talking to us.
That is true. You are all special.
Yeah, we
Oh,
don't
thanks,
really,
man. That's really nice of you to say.
Some of us more special than others, I think. And Ander's just going to look... sorry, Bothrid's just going to look towards Ander.
Yeah.
If by special you mean the chosen one, then yes.
Ooh, chosen one. Just because you wear crown in future does not make you chosen one.
Chose
Do you
to
want a
get
job
kicked
when
in
I'm
the
king
nuts
or
if
what?
you're not careful.
I'm going to be chef. And if you don't like that, I'll cut your balls off.
I bet you've probably got a recipe for those, haven't you?
I don't think I've ever used human testicles before, but yes, we can use bear testicles. Sorry, not yours, Dargon, of course.
Right there,
Bear
wait,
testicles, goat testicles, bull's testicles. There's many recipes. They're quite chewy.
Testicle stew.
I'm so glad Kirik started walking.
I mean, I'm familiar with a different type of ball soup, but I'm sure it's lovely, Bothrid.
Yes, maybe I make for you when we get home.
Maybe not.
Oh, okay. You don't have to cook anymore. So at this moment, you hear a screech from above. Just this.
Oh.
Something streaks across, a black shadow in the sky, and yet again in Telmer, as is expected with sort of this bottom half of the continent, everything is wreathed in this shadowy cloud, and it makes, even though we know we're sort of mid-afternoon at this point, it makes the day seem like twilight or even night. And there's not just one scream, but two screams, three screams, as these three black shapes just... And then you see it, this leathery sort of almost dragon-like looking creature, not one but two but three, descend from the sky and just all land near to and in front of you, and they sort of surround the area where this spell circle came from, probably about 60 feet away from you. You can see through the ruins that you stand in. As that happens, I need everybody to roll initiative, please.
Well, we've literally been in Telmer for 30 seconds, and we're already rolling initiative.
That's why I'm ready.
Casting spells like buggery, though. You're just fucking drawing attention to yourselves left, right, and centre.
Yeah. Touche. 15 on the initiative.
Have you dropped a...
That's automatically populated for me, sir.
Oh.
Dargon?
Initiative, you say?
13.
Yes, please. 13.
I believe I have advantage on those.
I do, and I got 2 11s.
Jesus. Ooh. That'll be a 17.
17 for Kirik, and the Bothrid gets advantage, apparently. And I've just rolled that on the sheet because it's easier. Oh, well, he fucked it. He got an 11 as well.
Rolling great.
So good.
Excellent. Cool. So, the map link has been shared. Hopefully you can all get onto that.
Aye.
There's something I was missing.
Excellent.
I like the murky. I like that green.
Yeah, that's really
I
cool.
mean, nothing to nobody who can't see it yet.
Anyone else do?
I was going to say, they'll see it in a minute,
Gives a
but
nice
again,
sort
incarnate,
of twilight
and filters.
twilight to the evening, doesn't it?
Good stuff.
Oh,
So,
boy, I should have rested before this.
what you can see
Rest.
before you is this sort of clearly undead creature. They are black, leathery skinned creatures with sort of these, it's almost like a snake-like head, this blunt snout, these red eyes. Almost, they look like they've almost got fangless mouths, but then you see these tiny little razor sharp teeth within the mouth. Yes, I think that's what we'll stick with for now.
Have we
how
ever
they
seen
look?
them before?
Make me a history check, please. Well, technically, you now realise that these creatures were, for those of you that noticed something leathery sneak in and out of the clouds when you were making your way towards River's End, this is what you saw. Now you realise this is what you saw in the clouds.
Okay. But still,
School.
yeah. With a history check of 16.
16. Somehow, which I will let you decide, you have heard of these creatures. They are known as Gloamwings.
Gloomwings. Good. I would say that I heard them in stories from afar from when I was chief of the village.
What we would also remember is that they are usually ridden by some sort of spectre, which for the minute you can't see. Sorry, I've just realised. Creatures are hidden on the map as well. Would help if I actually unhid them.
That sounds wonderful.
Ah, they look so joyful.
Oh, hang on. Buttons, buttons,
Whoa.
buttons. There we go, buttons.
And buttons. Who's got the buttons?
Look.
Oh.
Lovely.
Kind of look like a rattlesnake head.
Thought they looked like terrapins.
Yeah. That sort of thing. Well, yeah, I suppose
Terrapins.
turtle head or snake head. As I just sort my shit out.
Just working around a cat.
So yes, Dargon, you would know, as I say, that these creatures are usually mounted. You don't see their riders at all, but these 3 creatures are now before you, and they are awaiting at your near enough biggest exit. And we will go straight into initiative order with Kirik up first. What would you like to do, sir?
Well, I assume these creatures look hostile towards us.
Oh, yes.
Great. In that case, I am going to pick up the Rod of Alertness, and I'm going to just pop it on the floor and activate its Protective Aura ability as my action.
Okay.
So
Let's get me spell tokens
it's a
ready.
60-foot radius of 60-foot radius of light and dim light, and while in the bright light, myself and creatures that are friendly to me have a +1 bonus to AC and saving throws, and can sense the location of any invisible hostile creature that is also in the bright light.
Uh, 60-foot radius, didn't it? So let's take to there. There we go.
60 foot of bright, 60 foot of
Dim. So that's currently the 60-foot of bright light for you. Just
Brill. And as the rod kind of expands its light, I will still hold on to some of the shadows that are around and use it as a bonus action to to use Strength of the Sticks on myself, and I will grow to a large size.
There you go. In fact, I can send you on there, and then when you move yourself, that'll be fine. That should.
Yeah.
There you go. You got yourself sorted?
Yep. And then, how tall are these walls here?
They are quite significantly tall, actually. So you can't see over them. They are probably about 2 stories tall.
Oh,
that
shit.
particular one.
Okay. Yeah, so not even me being large. I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna.
There are
move,
holes in them and stuff like that. They are patchy, but they are 2 stories tall.
15, 20. I'll just place myself there.
Excellent.
And that will be my turn.
Cool. Ander.
So I will. Oh, Kirik's gone right in the way. If I move. Sorry. I will obviously look at. I can see C. He's within range, and the other 2 will be in range by default. So I'm obviously going to cast slow on all 3 of them.
So bearing in mind, currently you can't see B from where. Well, I suppose actually there is a hole in that wall. Yes, I'll allow it.
Well, I can see C, and then if I point it at C, it's a 40-foot cube. So anything. Do I need to see them? Hang on. Let me double check myself.
Yeah,
Before you wreck yourself.
Up to 6 creatures of your choice in a 40-foot cube.
Your choice.
It doesn't say I have to see them. I have to be able to see them to make the
Just got
choice,
to know
right?
they're there. I will allow it.
Okay.
I'll allow it.
You did see
I
a
can
black.
move.
Also thought
I could just
40-foot cube.
go like here,
Catch.
and I could see them then, couldn't I?
Yep, absolutely.
Yep.
A 40-foot
I'll do
cube
that.
wouldn't catch all 4 of them. All 3 of them.
No, it wouldn't.
If it's,
20 foot either side would miss.
I've gone 40 foot either side, didn't I?
Yeah.
And I was measuring it like a twat.
You can catch 2 of them.
That's A and B.
So which
B and
2?
C then, isn't it? B and,
B and C?
I've drawn all over the map now.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Sort it.
I pressed the wrong one. Yeah, it'll have to be B and C.
Good. Okay, so B and C need to make
Thank you, Kirik.
wisdom saving throws. Yeah?
Yeah, wisdom 18.
Okay. B then. My dice get stuck. That's a 17 on the dice, which is 17 in total.
Oh. Boom. That's a fail.
Nice. And that's a 9. So B and C are slow.
Yes. Alright. I didn't even do the bonus action, did I? Settling words.
No, you didn't. Anything else on your turn?
Bonus action doesn't
So they have to do the saving throw at the end of each of its turns. So if I give them unsettling word, they'll have to make the saving throw before my next turn. So hopefully keep them slow. So I will use a bonus action of unsettling words on C. And the unsettling words will be, "You're without a rider. I shall ride you until you die." That sounded not how I wanted it to sound. That sounded not menacing, but weirdly, horribly sexual.
Yeah, but
Sorry.
that probably
Good
is
thing
quite
this
disturbing.
creature understands common, because its head's just going to go. "Yeah." Cool. Doggone.
Seeing that. Well, first of all, just running out, I suppose, because I've already got sword and shield out. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I get to the end and I realise that I really can't see all of them. I presume that I would have been able to like see and doing something against.
As I say, so this, even though all these walls are sort of 2 stories high, this is not in any way a whole wall. There are crumbling bits within it, and you can see through the hole. So you can see there is a third creature the other side.
Yeah, I'm just that I would also have seen that some sort of effect would have taken these other 2 from something Andrew just did. So I'm actually going to point at A, and I'm going to double check my distances here. We're good. And I'm going to hold the sword up, point it towards A, and sort of fire a golden light through the sword, just pulses up the sword and fires out towards A. So I fire Guiding Bolt.
Okay. Roll to hit, please.
That is going to be... Oosh, 14.
14 is not going to hit. What you notice is as you sort of point, Dargon, the light almost descends from your shoulder through your arm down into the sword and then just flashes out of the point of the sword towards A. A just flaps its wings slightly and lifts off the air ever so briefly, or lifts off the ground ever so briefly as this bolt of light just streaks underneath it, and then it comes down onto the ground once more.
As that happens, a pulse from that thing then goes up the legs of A. As I don't know. I suppose can I do this? Can I hex it as a bonus action? That's not an additional. No, that is a spell, isn't it?
You tell me. Is hex a spell on your?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, so I can't do that. Can I?
Yeah. So yeah. Nope.
I will do that because I can't do 2 spells. So.
No, not unless one is a cantrip and a bonus action.
No, it is a 2nd level bonus action, so I won't be doing that.
Is guiding bolt a cantrip?
No, that's
Is that
2nd
first
level.
level?
As well. I just burned with
Cool.
one of my 2 warlock slots for that bad boy.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
So now you look like you're about to say something.
Yeah, just as a note, the light does not move with me. The rod is placed in place.
Yes, I don't remember moving that anyway.
I don't remember
It was
moving
me
it,
trying to
so-
be helpful, Sozza.
That's alright.
It stays there.
I'll lock it in place, so that can't be moved.
Yeah.
I'll move 5 foot
Cool.
diagonally, just because I've got 5 more foot.
Excellent. Bothrid is going to dash. 5, 10, 15,
Yeah, he
20,
is.
25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75 will get him to there, and that will be his turn. I mean, he's got 90 feet of movement if he dashes.
That's just insane.
So then it is A's turn. I didn't mean to do that. Okay. A is going to launch and sort of fly across the ground. So what's that? 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 45, 50 to there. It's just going to come and fly straight towards you, Dargon. And it's going to attempt, as it comes in, its mouth is just going to sort of come down towards you and try and snap around your head for a natural 1.
Hey.
Put that fucking dice away. And then as its sort of head snaps past, the claws are going to come past and sort of try and rake at you. And that's a 2, so that's going to be a 10. Which is fucking fantastic. And as it does so, it's then going to come back around. It's going to fly back 5, 10 feet. So it is out of range. And it does not provoke opportunity attacks when it flies.
Okay, but can I use my reaction to riposte as it missed me?
You can indeed.
Lovely. So that will be... I'll use those. So that is then a... Oh god, this is awful. Oh no, sorry. Of course, my to hit is ridiculous. 19 to hit.
Will hit.
Oh, thank god for that. So it's now one-handed. But with a superiority die, it will mean that I hit with 19 points of slashing damage.
19 points of slashing damage. Just cut across this creature as it sort of goes to fly back. And it then sort of settles on the floor again. And just sort of hisses towards you. That will be its go. B is slowed. So it's got half its movement speed and it can only take 1 action or bonus action, right?
One action or bonus action, yeah.
Yeah. So in which case it's going to fly... Oh, does it need to? 10, 50... Yeah, it's going to fly up to there to get its movement, and it's sort of very slowly just hovers across the ground and lands next to Bothrid, and then is just going to attempt to bite him. Oh my days, what am I doing? That is a 4. That's a 12 to hit. That's not going to hit. That one
You rolled all your
well.
20s pre-stream, mate.
Well, not my fault, I rolled 3. Good stuff. And then C is just going to attempt to bite Bothrid. I mean, that's better. That is a 17 to hit Bothrid, which is not going to hit because Bothrid's got an armor class of 20. How?
21 with a +1 from the rod.
The rod, yeah. Ah, yes, I do remember. No, it's got a +1 already, so it is 20. It would be 19 usually.
ABC.
So cool. So that's all good. And that will be their turn. And they all need to make their wisdom saving throws now, which is fine. Find a different d20. This one's
No,
usually
use the one that rolled a natural 1.
Can we request that?
Fail on B.
Maybe chat
And
can.
that's a fail on C. They are both still slowed. Kirik, what would you like to do?
It's me already. I was not ready for that. Let's do a classic. Okay, so I'm gonna move in 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 25. I will square up with A, and I will bring my shield to the floor and impact it, and as I do so, I will cast some Spirit Guardians. And
Boom.
Sure, at 4th level. So all the ravens will fly around me.
Just
as my action. And as my bonus action, there isn't much I can do, so I won't do anything. I will stay where I am.
okay.
Should things be happening with this big ball of circle of light? Or have I missed it?
No, it's just yeah. So we have a +1 to AC and all saving throws, and we can sense.
It's for us, not for them. Yeah, sorry, that's what I was missing.
It's an aura rather than a. I can't remember the other word. Rather than silver.
And you can actually see because it's bright light.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not an area of effect.
That's what I was trying to go for. Thank you, Dargon. Cool. Andy, your go.
I will
You better shoot through A to C.
use bonus action steady aim to then fire an arrow at A, please, aiming for its head.
Okay. You would have got sneak attack on that anyway because it's already engaged, but I appreciate the natural 20 attempt.
Yeah, which did not come off, but I still got a 29 to hit.
Weren't fucking far off.
Piercing damage of 10 and a sneak attack damage of 12 and the 1d4 2.
Smack bang in the middle. Fantastic. You will be so fucking lucky, won't you? Xander just takes a moment to... And that arrow flies in, just strikes into the creature's neck and says, anything else in your turn? No, that's it, isn't it?
No,
so,
I can't move.
Dargon.
Use my bonus action. And then
I shall move up 5, 10, and I shall swipe with one hand at A 3 times. So that is 26.
3 times.
Natural 20.
Here it is.
27.
Yeah, all three of them are going to hit. Still single-handed strikes, though.
Still think hard, just that's D8. I'll do. I'm not doing anything else, so I can just roll 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 42 points of slashing damage in all 3.
Shit and corruption as you just mega strike, slice clean, and this black ichor just sort of spews out quickly, and then the last one is just a stab in. The creature is not bloodied, but you have opened up a significant wound on it.
And I will then, like a plum should have done this before, bonus action hex A.
Let's put your hex in. No, I'll put it in purple.
So a bit of the
don't think
light
I've got a
from the
condition
sword
token for that.
stays and sort of creates this golden chain around the neck of A.
ooh,
I'm going to spend some
Like a
time this week
BDSM
making some
colour.
more charm tokens. Or some more status tokens, actually.
oh, so you can make them for Owlbear. They're not. That's good.
Yeah, I can do that.
It's nice to know.
I've got the skills.
Good with paint.
Cool. So you've put a hex on it, and you've attacked it, and that's you, right?
If you like it, then you should have put a hex on it. Sorry.
There's the bard. There he is. He's finally coming out.
Yeah, that's my go.
I'm going to do a covers
Fantastic.
album. That's what I'm going to do.
Amazing.
D&D related songs.
That would be brilliant. That's what we need. We need that on YouTube, like now.
So, just off the top of my head, roll it, but should a tune of Michael Jackson's Beat It.
Right, no, we're going to work
Suggestions-
on this in the background. This is going to be like a subscriber perk at some point.
I think, to be honest, I think we could have started what we're going to do for our TikTok, to be brutally honest.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think
There
people
we
will
go.
pay me not to do it, probably.
It's all good fun. It's all good fun. Cool. So with that, then it is Bothrid's turn. Bothrid is going to rage. He is then going to recklessly attack C with the double-bladed quarterstaff.
His name are -2 AC for being slowed.
They have.
They are
I remember
indeed.
Dave.
You're welcome.
Unnatural 20 for the first one. Was almost a natural one, and a 19 for the second. So, what? I need 1, 2. Oh, let's do that. So it's 5, 10 for the first, 20 points of slashing damage in total to C, and then he will just do the quick bonus stab, which is still at advantage. And that will be a 26 to hit for an additional 4 points of damage.
Is that a bonus action to use that stab?
You are right. Thank you very much. That's why you are here, mate. So, 4 points.
Use this bonus action to rage.
He did indeed. Thank you for reminding me. Much appreciated, sir. Cool. That is then Bothrid's go, because he's not going to bother moving, because why would he? He's raging. So A then, who is hexed but not slowed, is going to
Roll a wisdom saving throw.
roll a wisdom saving throw.
It wouldn't be a fight without a wisdom saving throw, would it?
It's a 9. So roll that damage.
I rolled it during my turn to save time, and on 4d8 I rolled 2 8s and 2 7s for a total of 30 points of radiant.
Suck on that with your toothless mouth.
You will be able to see in the recording my jaw dropping when I saw it.
Gonna go find that one then. So yeah, that creature is now bloodied. It is then going to attempt to bite you, Kirik,
Yeah, that makes sense.
which is going to be maths. 22 to hit.
Oh, 22 is my AC.
Wounded.
Corruption. Where have all my
Oh, I haven't dropped that pen in a while.
It's gone. 1, 2, 3. There we go. So that's going to be 4, 5, 6, 13 points of piercing damage with the bite, and then the claws are going to aim towards you, Dargon.
Yep.
That is a 22 again to hit.
Yes, that hits. It's my AC.
Yeah. 22 to hit.
I rolled a 21 on my concentration check.
Amazing.
So it stays up.
That couldn't have been any worse. Quite literally, that is the minimum damage I can do with that hit. That was all ones on the dice. So that is 8 points of slashing damage to you.
Bothered.
So your concentration's still up, isn't it? You're fine.
Oh, do I need
Yep.
to do concentration on Hex?
Yes,
You do.
you do.
I think you'll be alright with 8
So you need
damage
to get
though, wouldn't you?
10 or higher.
Yeah, I got a dirty
Yeah.
20.
Dirty 20. So both spells are still up. It is then going to use its movement speed to fly the fuck out of here. It gets half movement speed through Spirit Guardians.
Correct.
I'm not sure why it was slightly off there, but so that would then be 5, 10, 15, so that'd be 30, to get out, and then 40, 45, 50, 55.
This is a
16
special
back
thing
to
it
there.
does. It's not disengage or anything, is
In
it?
fact, no, let's think about that. Let's go there, so 5, 10,
Yeah, if it flies, it doesn't
15, 20,
provoke opportunity attacks.
25, 30,
Yeah, but it's not like a
35,
disengage action,
40,
is it?
45, 50,
Might be.
55, 60. Fuck it. It's smart enough. It will come that way.
Oh.
It's going to go
Oh,
and streak back round towards Ander.
oh.
B is going to attack Bothrid with advantage.
Wisdom saving throw first, please.
Wisdom saving throw first, of course. That is a 13 fail.
That's a fail, yeah. 11, 15, 16 points of radiant damage.
16 points of radiant damage to B. Now B will attack with advantage. Bite first. That's 17 plus stuff. That's definitely going to hit Bothrid with the bite. So, where's my D8? It's gone, there they are. Oh shit, that one dropped out. I'll roll that one again. So that's 5, 6, 7, 12 points of piercing damage reduced to 6. As the bite comes in around Bothrid. And then the claw attack also at... no, because it's slowed, can't do anything. Can only do one. Then C is going to make a wisdom saving throw. Ooh, gets a 17.
Fails, so it's going to take 17 points of radiant damage.
Going to take 17 points of radiant damage.
Oh, I thought you meant for the slow save.
Yeah, I was going to say that's for the slow, isn't it?
No, that was the wisdom save. So I'll do the wisdom saving, the slow saves at the end of all three of them.
Ah.
So that was the wisdom saving throw of Spirit Guardians. Okay, so C is then going to make a bite attack on Bothrid. That was 2 18s. These dice can stay. So that's 18, 26 to hit. So... What's that? That one jumped out again.
So, did you say he's making two
Again.
bite attacks?
No, this is this next one. This is C making a bite attack now.
Oh. So why was it 2 dice?
Advantage because Bothrid
Advantage because Bothrid recklessly attacked.
Fucking hell, yeah, sorry. I'm losing a plot here.
That's alright. That's 16 points of piercing damage reduced to 8.
Too busy thinking of parody songs I can do for my album.
And that will be the creature's go, will it? No. So I think both B and C are going to, at quarter speed, fly. So that's going to be
Oh, Jesus.
5, 10, 15. We'll get that one to there. 5, 10. That can't go any further. But they don't get opportunity attacks. They are trying to move out the radius. Now we will do the wisdom saving throws for slow. So we're going to go B. Gets an 8. C. Gets a 7. They're both
It's a
fucked.
no.
Cool. Kirik.
I'm going to move up there, I believe.
Oh, way up. That was fun.
Ooh. Oh no.
Oh dear.
I'll.
There you go.
There you go. And yeah, I'll place myself there, and then I'm gonna. I haven't thought that far.
So move here, not sure what I'm going to do next.
Yeah. me in a pickle. I'm going to throw grab some of the light that is surrounding us, and I'm going to then throw it, kind of form it in my hand and throw it towards A in the shape of a sacred flame. So it needs to do a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. $13.
Fails. So 3d8 plus 5. 21 points of radiant damage.
21 points of radiant damage. And an A is just beginning to sort of hiss and snarl and snap quite fervently as it's getting more and more damaged. Still bloodied.
Good. And with that, I will end my turn. Yes.
Excellent. Ander.
So, I would like to think that as I see this creature make a roundabout turn and come towards me, I would swap to my dagger. I would like to use my point of inspiration to get advantage on the attack, please. And what I'm aiming to do, as it's coming towards me, then just put... Oh, fucking hell, then knocked everything off the desk. Put the dagger sort of up through its chin, hopefully.
Cool. So roll to hit, please, with advantage.
Oh, please be a natural 20 and be a cool thing. No, but it still do. 27 to hit.
That will hit.
With 9 piercing damage, but I get my sneak attack, which
You do indeed.
which is an extra 12.
Ooh, nice.
Excellent.
And then-
So you swap, and as you swap, there's a Nialin, and you just stab in and twist, and it's almost gurgled, but you can hear the voice again of "Yes, stab the bastard. Go on, back and dig in."
And then my bonus action, I will disengage to... Where's the square? There.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Right up Kirik's
Gonna run
chuff.
that way. And Kirik's just sort of stood somewhat above you. Now that he is large.
Please tell me you high
I like to
five
think of
Dargon.
him as like giant Ant-Man.
Yeah,
Please-
giant man.
Please tell me that Ander high fives Dargon on the way past.
Yeah, like a Nialin fist bump.
Nice.
As you sort of pull the blade out and run, there is going to be a, "No, what are you doing, boy? Come back and stab him."
It's called battle tactics. Shut up.
Fuck that, stab it. Anyway, Dargon, your turn.
Fist bump over, I'll run 10 feet forwards to A.
It's almost like I've tagged you in.
Yeah, like-
Yeah, it's tag team. Yeah.
My turn. Okay, three swipes. 23.
Yep.
29. Ooh, 18.
All three will hit.
Okay, cool. So there's 1, a 2, 3. Uh, 37 points of slashing damage.
Nice.
Oh, plus
As
hex.
you sort of
Plus
Plus hex.
3d6.
3 hexes.
Yes.
I will hold this.
Would
just
I
to
have
see
had
what
a
happens.
hex
Bear with.
on my attack then?
No.
No, only I get
It's
it.
only for the
That is
cast.
10 points of necrotic damage.
10 points of necrotic damage as you sort of charge in and the neck is slowly but surely being shorn off or cut off this thing. The head is just about hanging off. Or just about hanging on, rather. But this creature is all manner of fucked.
I will... Oh, I don't know. I can't do that. I can't do that.
When I hear this battle music sometimes, I think it's like those little coconut people from Moana, you know, when they come up on their ship and they're banging their drums.
I need to introduce those as a D&D monster now, don't I?
Yeah, that's
I
brilliant.
mean, I could have gone for Mad Max and that would have been cooler, but I thought, no, Moana coconut people. That's the... That's what I'll
Spot
go
the
with.
dad.
That's brilliant.
Yes, literally spotted that.
I am going to move back because I'm a long way away. So that I moved to 5'10", so 15, 20,
That will be an attack of opportunity against you.
25, 30. And I'll be like, come at me. And yeah, go for it.
Bite. That is an 18 to hit.
Cool. So as I step back that one, if I can use my reaction to riposte again.
Yeah.
Is 18 gonna hit you?
Fuck no, I've got a 22 now.
It's got a shield.
Yeah, but the riposte is when they miss me.
Gotcha.
Specifically. So then that is going to be one of them. Let's hope that something happens. That's a natural 20.
Ho, 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 ho.
Don't bother rolling.
Nice.
How do you want to kill this one?
Well, you said
4 hit points left.
You said the neck was nearly gone, so yeah, you know, as it sort of lunges forward to grab me, I'll step to the side and just slice the head off.
And like Eowyn with the Nazgul, you just take the head clean off. As you take the head clean off, this creature just disappears into like this inky shadow when it's gone. Nothing left.
Nice. And yes, the rest of my movement is then used to move back to where I am now. Another fist bump to Ander.
Cool. And Bothrid then is going to step right up to C, and of course is going to recklessly attack this bad motherfucker. And so the first one is a 28. The second one is a 15, which is still going to hit because that one's slowed. So they're both going to hit. So that's going to be 3, 4, 9 plus 16, 21 points of slashing damage to C initially, and then we'll see what happens with the little bonus stab. Still recklessly. That is definitely going to hit. That's a 25. So an extra 4 points of damage. In fact, I need to add 2 onto each of those.
Just out of interest, would I have rolled Hex on that reaction? So I presume it's on every attack, just not on my turn. Not just on my turn.
That creature was hexed anyway.
Yeah, what I mean is, because it was hexed, can I use Hex on an attack that's not on my turn? Because that was a reaction.
It's every time you hit that creature with an attack.
Sweet.
Yeah, I think it'll be on the
So
spell.
whether
as
it's
well.
whether it's a reaction or anything, it should still count.
Could have also given
Cool.
it disadvantage on an ability check, which I need to remember, and I never.
Can indeed. Can indeed. Like wisdom checks, for example.
Yeah, but not. Yeah, it wouldn't have wisdom savings throws.
No. But cool, that is then Bothrid's go. He's just going to get all up in C's face and chop at it 3 times. Or chop at it twice and then do that bonus stab into it. Remembering the rage damage this time, and then it is over to B's turn. B is going to turn slightly, just hovering, and is then just going to go head straight back towards Kiri. It's going to make a wisdom saving throw as it does. For a 5.
You got this, big boy.
Misses.
That's all over the
How
shop.
many dice did you roll there, Beth?
They all
Dice.
came
Yeah.
out of the tower there.
Yeah, only one of them, but it just went all the way. 16 plus 5, 21 points of radiant damage.
21 points of radiant. And now it will bite at Kirik. For a 16 to hit.
It's gonna miss.
It is going to miss. And then it will attempt to... So what was that? That was 5, 10. Yeah, it can't move from there. So then C is just going to make a wisdom saving throw. That's better. That's a 19.
Yes, it succeeds. So I rolled 23 on the dice, which means it's going to take 12 points of radiant.
Absolutely. 12 points of radiant. And then it's going to bite at Bothrid with advantage. Natural 20. That was a 19 and a 20 as well. Let's take a picture of that motherfucker.
As it is going to hit Bothrid, the rune on my shield is going to shine, and it's going to transfer all that damage to B instead.
I thought you were going to sentinel that one, but no. Of course, we got the rune.
No, I'll let you have it.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's a backhanded slap, innit? Oh man, just like, hey, I'll let you have it.
That was a
On
nat
your
20,
own
wasn't it? So
creature.
it's fucking
Yeah.
6 of those bastards. So 5, 6, so that's 12 plus... Shit, both of them jumped out.
Ding ding. New balls, please.
12 plus... maths. 20, 30 plus 5, that's
Counting.
35 points of slashing damage, sorry, piercing damage to B. So as this creature bites down around Bothrid, the rune glows, this sort of ghostly black shield appears around Bothrid, and then these ghostly fangs appear around B and just bite into its neck. As B just sort of and those ghostly effects dissipate, and Bothrid just going to sort of look around for a minute and that will be, there you go, straight up to Kirik once more.
Indeed. I am going to...
Such a badass.
I'm going to, with that, follow up that damage towards B. I'm going to click my fingers, and I'm going to cast Toll the Dead on it.
Nice.
See if that works. So that's a wisdom saving throw.
14.
Misses. Oh, that's D12s because it's already been damaged. 2 and 3.
Oh dear.
That is 16, 25, 30 points of necrotic damage.
Okay, so as that wave of necrotic damage sort of... It's almost like this creature just shakes and enjoys that a little bit. Doesn't have quite the effect you were looking for.
Did it still do damage or not at all?
Still did some damage, just not as much as you were expecting.
I thought that might be the case. And in that case, I'm going to then also stay put because that was my action anyway.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope. That is it.
Cool. Mr. Splinterthorn.
You will see me sneak around Kirik to then stab this creature sneaky with
Nice.
my dagger with a 22 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, 7 piercing damage, but I'll get my sneak attack,
You do indeed.
Go on.
which is 3 2s in it. 10.
And with that, as you stab it, it is now bloodied as you creep around and just with sort of a throw it up, bad shoulder, stab in the moonblade of Esamir and sort of twist it with your sneak attack damage. And in your
And then
head,
bonus
once
action.
again, yes, stab, get it deep.
And then bonus action disengage back to where I was,
Nice.
as if it never happened.
True rogue style there. Doggone.
looking not quizzically at Ander because of just, it's more of a like bemused, how the hell do you do that all the time? He's just going to walk around Ander. I'm just going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and then just smack into B. So that's going to be 3 times. Like, what are you doing?
Let's say you're casually walking around me going, what are you doing? And then just,
Yeah.
Bemused look of.
So that is a terrible 17 to hit.
That will still hit.
Ooh, luckily, because it's slowed, hopefully.
It is slowed.
Yes. The next one is then a 29 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
And then a 25 to hit. So they are all good, and I will then do...
He's got to be dead now.
You've only just bloodied it, remember?
37 points of slashing damage plus the necrotic. So that is...
Necrotic.
From... No, right. Very good point. The hex hasn't moved, so no...
Bonus action move hex.
Yeah, but what...
I'll allow it, because you forgot.
Thank you very much. Oh, yeah, if a bonus action hex to move it before, that's very kind of you, and that will then be 12 points of necrotic damage.
Okay. That will be reduced down.
Yeah.
Cool. B's not looking great. Really not looking great. I'm assuming that's your go then,
Yes, that is
Dargon?
actually everything. I've used everything there, yeah.
Cool. So Bothrid, again, reckless attack on C. First one is a 22. It'll still hit. Second one is a 28. So
Nice.
that is 4, 5, 6, 11, 13 plus 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 24 points of slashing damage in total to C, and then there's going to be the bonus action stab as well as Bothrid bloodies this creature, just hacking and slashing in it as the double-bladed quarterstaff is just spinning around. That bonus stab is going to be a 15 and will just hit. So that is then one of them. That is an extra 5 points of damage into C. So both these creatures bloodied. B very much looking worse for wear and the worse out of the two. It is then B's go. Needs to make a wisdom saving throw, which is going to be a 15.
It's going to fail. Sorry, I was out of it.
That's right.
There it goes again.
Yeah,
all jumping up
16, 19 points of radiant damage.
19 points of radiant damage. It is then going to attempt to bite you, Kirik. With 12 to miss.
Yep.
And
If it's made an attack, it still doesn't have to hit. Presumably I can still use my sentinel attack on B for trying to hit
Yes.
someone within 5 feet of me. So I shall try that. Oh my god, I love this dice. It's a natural 20.
Oh my god, is that your third one of the night?
Yeah, it is. And
That
it's
is the third one
It's also
tonight.
the dice that Matt gave me, so, he only has himself to
there you
blame.
go, you're welcome.
Yeah, well, thank you. Thank you very much. So then that is
I bring joy to all.
both of those. So that is 20 points of slashing damage, and I rolled a 5 on the necrotic dice, so that's 10 points of necrotic. Also,
Yeah, natural 20, so it's reduced down to 5 anyway.
yeah. Also, the creature's speed.
What about your superiority
comes-
dice? Do you get that with that? No.
No, because that's not a superiority thing. That's a other thing. The sentinel attack.
Okay. And the creature's speed becomes...
0 for the rest of the turn.
I mean, it couldn't move anyway.
It's fine. It's still not going to fly away from me.
I mean, it could attempt to go 5, 10 to there, and that's it. That's
Fine.
literally all
It's
it can do.
Still not going anywhere.
So it's choosing not to now, being restricted, but that's fine. C then, going to make a quick wisdom saving throw. Fuck me, that's a 9.
16 points of radiant damage, please.
16 points of radiant damage. These are both not looking great now. It's then going to try and bite Bothrid at advantage. Give me something decent. A natural 1 and a 16 for a total of 24. So that's going to be 3 of them. That's not bad. That's 18. Oh shit, maths. 23 points of piercing damage, reduced to 12 on Bothrid. 12 points piercing damage puts Bothrid on 137 points. And then we will do the slow saves. So, both fail. 2 and a 5. Back round top Kirik, even.
I will look towards B and see the Dargon pretty much, like, assuming he just stabbed the sword on the floor with the wing, and then I will look towards C and then look towards Ander, and I will say, that one, do your thing, and I'm going to use Path of the Grave on C.
Nice.
And so the next attack is double damage.
Double damage, vulnerability to all damage.
Indeed. And that is going to be my turn. That's all I can do. It's my action.
Excellent. Ander.
Well, in that case, then I will have to go. I'm still doing it for Nialin, just not with you. And then pull out an arrow, use steady aim, and if I get a natural 20 here, come on, don't fuck about.
That's all we
No,
need.
it's okay. Still doubling it. 23 to hit
23 will hit.
with, oh fucking hell, the lowest I could roll. 8 piercing damage.
So 16
Sorry, Kirik.
to C.
No, it's double dice.
Sneak-
Oh, no, it's all the damage. Yeah. So 16. Yeah.
All the damage.
Sneak attack of 16
So
32.
32.
and
32.
a d4 of 3.
6.
6.
So 6 in total. That was a lot of
So
damage.
54 altogether. 54 altogether, isn't it?
Ridiculous amount of damage. All you hear in your head in return is, well, next time tie me to the fucking arrow, will you?
That's a good idea.
And then Dargon, over to you.
Oh, nice. Yes, I shall pull the sword out of the wing. I like that. And then swipe. Do you know what? I'm going to do one at a time. That is 30 something. 1 to hit.
Was that a natural 20?
No, it's 18.
Shit.
Oh my god, okay, but the damage dice have hit me in the ass now. That's 9 points of slashing, because that's the worst I could roll on that. And 3
points
points of
slashing.
necrotic.
I wish your damage rolls were your same as your to hit rolls. You'd be dead in 3 every
Plus
time.
13. It's not far off. Okay, so that was one. The other one is then, oh my god, no, I'll miss. 15.
15 still hits, slowed.
Oh, bugger me, that is literally the lowest I can roll without being natural
Yeah.
1.
Slow to the
Again,
rescue.
11 points of slashing, 4 of necrotic.
Loads the hell of a spell.
Dead. As you sort of stab into the neck this time and twist, and sort of purplish. Actually, for your hex, I'm going to say it's sort of golden. It's almost like golden acid spots sort of light up on the creature, but then it just bursts into this shadow and it's gone.
Sweet, and then if I've still got my last attack, then it'd be 5,
You have?
10, 15, 20, 25. Even if I had to go round all the way, then it would have been 30. That's fine. I'll stop there and I'll attack C. That was so close. That was a 19, so that's 32 to hit.
I was waiting for a natural 20 there. That would have just been fucking
19.
poetic justice.
Yeah, no. So, and there we go again with the rubbish dice, the rubbish damage dice. That's 9 points of slashing, 4 of necrotic.
This one's not got hex on it.
Of course it doesn't.
So you just get the 9 points of slashing.
9 points of slashing. You're quite right.
Good stuff. And that will be your
He's got
go. So
hex
then
mark
it is
tonight.
Bothrid.
Well, could I bonus action move Hex afterwards? I'm not going to count it this. I'm just bonus action. That's my last thing on to see.
So what you could have done there is literally killed that one, bonus action, move it, and then
yeah,
straight
well, I'm
over.
going to say I'm not going to because I keep forgetting it and I've got to remember. So I'm not
That's
doing
fine.
that. I'll say I now have hexed it at the end of my turn.
Okay, so it's now hexed. Bothrid's going to recklessly attack the fucker. So first attack
Got it down now.
is 26. Second attack is so close. 29. So that's 1, 2, 4, 9, 10. 12, 13, 14, 15, 20 points of slashing damage was exactly what Bothrid needed. So you just see Bothrid, like Darth Maul style, double-bladed lightsaber, just spins it round, and then the final just and cuts clean up through the lower jaw into the top and bisects the head, so it just sort of comes apart around the double-bladed quarterstaff, and then just bursts into shadow. Nice. And as these three creatures now burst into shadow, everything goes quiet once more. And we are out of combat. The air around the party is thick with this stench of mouldy decay now as these creatures, the smoke just sort of wafts around you. I will say, Kirik, you go back and fetch your rod, and that spell will be gone.
I go back to normal size as well.
Yep, you shrink back down to normal size. Bothrid sort of just... Yes, final kill was mine. Good.
Yeah, it was a good one. Nicely done. Hey, why do those burst into weirdness? I typically, the bodies weren't there. What was that about?
Would I have any idea, considering...
I think they were the ones that were up above River's End when we were there. Now I've seen them up close. But I don't know much else apart from the fact that they were called.
Kirik, I will let you make me either a history or a... I'll say an Arcana check.
Roger that. That would be a...
I heard stories of them being called Gloam Wings. I thought they were legend, to be honest.
15.
15. So we'll say as Dargon talks about Gloam Wings, that sort of triggers something in your mind, and you remember that actually these creatures, even though they appear leathery skinned, they are actually almost ghost-like and spectre-like. And even you remember now that they are ridden by something called spectres, or some form of spectre as well.
Yes, Dagon, they creatures like these are almost ghostly. So when they fall, they reach their time. They don't have a body to hold on to, so they just disappear in the mist.
It's horrible.
It's fairly unnatural.
Working with the vampires, you think that kind of undead, the ghouls and all that lot, horrible.
Something of the like, yeah.
These don't seem demony, do they?
No, I think we're definitely in undead territory right now.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
keep your eyes peeled.
she made it home all right, didn't she? Weird.
I believe so.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh
Well,
yeah, she'd have been home in an instant.
then I think we've got to find out what's happened to Telmer.
I agree.
There may be nothing to save if this lot are here.
But at least we can try to find the portal.
It may be all we can do here.
Let's hope they haven't found the gate.
Oh god, I hadn't thought of that. Yeah, maybe anyone can use it. That's horrible for the thought.
Matt, Spirit Guardians
Yes.
is concentration up to 10 minutes, so I will keep it up.
Yep. You will keep that up. Okay.
I will keep concentrating on Hex, if I may. Can
For
I?
now, isn't it?
I mean, it's a bonus action to cast it anyway, so...
Yeah, but it's up for up to an hour.
Spell slot.
It's my spell slot. And
Yep, fair enough.
Yeah.
If you've
duration
not got a
might-
creature hexed, though...
If
Where
the
do you
target
put it?
drops to 0 hit points before this spell ends, you can use a bonus action on your subsequent turn of yours to curse on your creature. Does that mean it has to be the next, or is that just any?
It's the
Subsequent
subsequent turn.
turns.
So...
Is it
Well,
turn
it
or
says
turns?
subsequent
It
turn,
says
not
subsequent
turns.
turn, yeah. So
Yeah, so I
next
think
turn.
you've got to
Yeah.
keep something hexed in order to keep this going. If there's
Yeah.
nothing to hex,
Hex
it's going to
buffers.
go away, unfortunately.
Hex one of us. Yeah, sure, why not?
No, I'll let it slide. I'll let it slide.
Cool.
Okay.
I'm sure Kirik
So-
loves necrotic damage. It'd be like crystal meth through him, wouldn't it?
It's like a weighted blanket on him.
So we will say you as a party now begin to slowly move on, and you can see the village of Telmer not far away. You can see the wooden picket sort of type fences.
I take
that
it we're under this
surround
very thick, deep cloud
Telmer.
as well.
You are still very much under this thick, deep cloud, yep. There is no noise coming from Telmer at all. I mean, it takes you that sort of 15-20 minutes to get there, and as you sort of enter into the village, it is like a ghost town. It almost reminds you of Greenflower Kirik. You get that similar feeling of there is nothing here anymore. You can hear the sound of the lake now, the waves gently just sort of crashing against the shore somewhere. Dargon and you are reminded of how Telmer once stood, quite buoyant and joyful, and now it is almost a total opposite. It feels like despair here. You can see the odd patch of blood, but there's no bodies. Doors are kicked in and blasted open, but again, no bodies. There's no sign of anyone here. There are still possessions left in houses. The tavern door stands open, and inside the tavern has been ransacked. Tables are upended, glasses smashed, bottles smashed, plates, food just strewn everywhere. But there are no people. And make me a perception check, please.
They got here first.
$12.
Roll me a d8, please.
Two.
You hear a ringing sound in your ears. And it's almost got that tinkle to it that you would associate with the Fey and all things fairy. But you can't quite put your finger on where or what's caused it. But you just hear this ringing in your ears. And as you four of you, take stock of the decimation of this village, and you sort of look out to the lock and the water, which is now almost like dark black ink under this cloud. We will leave it there for this week. As the three members of our party stand looking out across Telmer now, back in a city now wreathed with huge great pits of fire, a rather large figure sits on a throne made of almost pure black obsidian. And they sit with a leg just crossed over a knee. Eyes closed. As the red-skinned figure of Asmodeus just opens his eyes and looks around at the chaos that is slowly but surely unravelling around him. And there is a smile. And Asmodeus is just going to look around. Yes, I think it's soon time. Time to get another one, I think. Oh well. On we go then. He's going to stand, and as he stands, picks up a weapon. A huge mace. And is just going to slam the mace down onto the floor, and as he slams it down onto the floor, there is a crack that creates in the floor, and fire shoots up. And something shoots out of the fire. And with that, we will close tonight's session. So thank you very much all for joining us. I know it was a little bit slow from the DM at the start there, as I got my head back into things and out of my tired state, having been up from very early hours this morning. But thank you all for joining us. Thank you all for sticking with us. Hope you enjoyed that episode. Hope you enjoyed the end of that episode. Starting to get exciting. Of course, there is no Malt Magic and More on Wednesdays, as we will not be doing them for the foreseeable future, but please do join us next Monday, same time on Twitch, or it should be 7:30 on Twitch next week. Hopefully we will let you know if that changes, for episode 82, to see what happens in Telmer and see where the Wardens of the Vale end up next. Thank you so much to Stick once again for the Rastrite nuggets. Please feel free to use them during the stream. I know we've seen them a couple of times. Of course, a massive shout out to all the tools we've used, 5e Magic Shop, especially tonight, for the tools there, but always to Battle Bards as well for the sound effects and the musical tracks in the background. Of course, D&D Beyond Incarnate, that you've seen the map creation tool, and Owlbear Rodeo as well for our virtual tabletop. I think that's it for tonight. So thank you all once again. Stay safe. We love you all, and we will see you next time.